Good evening, hockey fans, and what is going on? It is, as always, your host, Neil Villapiano, the host of the Devil's State of Mind podcast, right here on the Hockey Podcast Network. And welcome to another exciting live watch along here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel. Tonight, Game 5 of the 2022 Stanley Cup Finals between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Colorado Avalanche. The Avalanche come into the night one singular win away from winning their first Stanley Cup in over 2 decades, while the two-time defending Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning look to try to force the series back to Tampa for a Game 6 and maybe even longer than that as they look to try to continue their quest for an unprecedented third consecutive Stanley Cup. This live watch along and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network are sponsored by our good friends over at DraftKings Sportsbook. Folks, I would highly recommend that you get on DraftKings right now because the opportunities to get huge cash prizes, particularly with tonight's game, are unbelievable. So go to DraftKings right now, sign up, use our promo code THPN, and tell them that Neil Villapiano sent you. Also, don't forget to leave a like on the stream, as well as subscribe and punch notification bell so you don't miss any new live watch-alongs that we do right here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, this very well could be the final game of the 2022 NHL season. It has certainly been a long one, but a very, very exciting one. I'm obviously not assuming that this is going to be the final game, but considering that the Colorado Avalanche are up 3-1 with Game 5 being in Colorado, the odds are not really in favor of the Tampa Bay Lightning now, are they? And also, guys, as always, make sure to leave your score predictions in the chat so I can star them and see if anybody gets the prediction right for tonight. Jean Bennett starts us off with a 4-2 Avs win tonight. Awesome, Jean. Thank you. Thank you as well. Sean Butcher, the peanut butter man, is here. He says 5-3 Avs, including an empty netter. Jacob's going to go with the Tampa Bay Lightning to force the Game 6, gets the 3-2 win here in Game 5. Colorado Born is super nervous, as well as he should be, considering the stakes are very high going into this one. Archduke Ramon going with a close, low-scoring 2-1 win for the Avalanche. Let's go on, Hockey Boy. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Colorado closes out the series tonight. We shall see. Colorado, I know your heart is beating so fast. Oh, yeah. Shannon Blood is here. Neil. What's going on, Shannon? Good to see you. Murray says, hey, Neil, Murray from Calgary, you rock. Thank you, Murray. Good to see you as always, my friend. Colorado Board says, okay, who has the first goal tonight? I think it's going to be Stamkos. Well, why don't you guys leave your predictions for that as well in the chat? It would be great. Jean's going to go with Cale Makar, who I think right now is still the front runner to win the Conn Smythe for playoff MVP. That's who Jean's going to go with to get the first goal. Shannon says Calgary in the house. Jean says, how does it feel to possibly host the final game of the Stanley Cup Finals? It feels surreal. Obviously, you don't know if this is going to be the final one because obviously, Tampa Bay could come in here and steal Game 5 and force the Game 6, which would be played on Sunday. But as I mentioned in the last stream, I will mention it again here. If this is the final live watch-along that we do here for the season, I want to say again, thank you so much to everybody for being the awesome people that you are and helping us grow this channel so much since we began back at the start of the 2021-22 season. It has been one hell of a ride, and I'm looking forward to doing much more of these moving into next season. Jean says, Neil's got this, no prob. Thank you, Jean. Colorado Board says, if we win tonight, we would have the second best playoff record being 16-3, just behind the 88 Oilers, who went 16-2. That would certainly cap off what has been one tremendous season for the Colorado Avalanche. Sean says, Neil, you got your wine, of course, Sean. Do not fret. I got it right here. So I think that can kind of tell you. I forgot who said it in the last stream, but someone said if I have red, that means I'm going with Colorado. If I have white, it means I'm going with Tampa Bay. So we'll see in a moment if that remains to be true. Fortnite Slayer Dog, good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to go with 5-3 Colorado. Awesome. Hockey Boy says, going to be up for the celly tonight. Yeah, especially if this is the final game of the series and Colorado wins. As my family is watching the Yankee game in the other room. It wouldn't be a stream in my house if it wasn't, we didn't get the background noise for that one. So anyway, if this is the final game, then obviously we will be seeing the traditional passing and lifting of Lord Stanley's Cup. Jacob says, McShit winning playoff MVP. It is really funny how McDavid still has more points than any single player that's still remaining in the playoffs. It's crazy. Think this is Makar's breakout year. I don't know if that's a question or a statement, Colorado born. Either way, I would agree with you wholeheartedly on that one. Charlotte says, hey, Dad got his wine. Yes, I do. Archduke says, Bolts wine. We'll see. Shannon says, Bolts wine, LOL. But one thing that we didn't actually get a chance to talk about because none of us got informed it until after, well after the game, was that there was controversy on that game-winning goal from Nazem Kadri. First and foremost, all of us reacted the same way. Didn't know if it was a goal at first, but it ended up being in the back of the net. But the controversy was that the Avalanche actually had more than 5 skaters on the ice. They had too many men on the ice, and as John Cooper, the head coach of the Tampa Bay Lightning, put it, he clearly felt that goal shouldn't have counted. But I have argued to say this. The first goal of the game, 37 seconds in on a goal from Anthony Cirelli, in my opinion, shouldn't have counted either because Darcy Kemper's helmet came off. And from what I've seen before, if a goaltender's helmet comes off, the goal shouldn't count. So in many ways, the hockey gods pretty much, evened out the score there. And let's be very honest. When you look at the way that game went from the second period on, the Avalanche were the much better team and rightfully deserved to win that game, in my opinion. So, I know that there is controversy, but you know what? It's part of the game, man. It's part of the game. And maybe Tampa Bay can redeem itself here, trying to get a big road win. Knowing that now, if they want to even have a shot to win their third straight Stanley Cup, they have to win 3 games in a row, which they've done before, but 2 of them have to be in Colorado, which is something that every team that the Avalanche have faced the playoffs so far has struggled to do. So, it's going to be a tall task, but if anybody can get out of it, it's the 2-time defending champs. So, they're going to come out with probably their best game. I'm sure that John Cooper is going to get these guys ready. Shannon says, love your parents' Yankee background. It wouldn't be a stream without them being here. Hockey Boy says, bet you that wine is electrifying. It's good. It is good. It is good indeed. Let's see here. Shouldn't have been a goal. Yeah, exactly. It shouldn't have been a goal, but it evened out from the goal that shouldn't have counted to start game number 4 from the goal from Anthony Cirelli. Jean says he's so excited. I'm excited as well. What's going on, Jakob? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Shannon says, but Tampa had 7 guys on the ice. I think you're referring to Colorado did on that play, not Tampa Bay. What's going on, Ben? Good to see you, man. Thank you so much for the comment on the mic. Do appreciate. Gonna probably have this long term for the live streams that I do. The ref's whistle last game was left in the locker room. Yeah, not a lot of calls in game number 4, but didn't really affect a whole lot when you look at the grand scheme of things. Not the way the Tampa bitched about too many men on the ice. John Cooper left halfway to answering the first question that he got in his press conference. So clearly upset with that one. He got pretty emotional with that. I know for a lot of hockey fans, they're not shedding any tears after that one. Jacob says it was a scoring chance, therefore they can't blow the whistle. I still think that first goal shouldn't have counted, in my opinion. But there was, again, it sucks when a game ends in controversy like that, but I still think that the hockey gods, evened it out pretty well. Good point regarding Kemper goals should not have counted either. Exactly, that's the way I feel. Okay, if it wasn't a goal, how likely was it that the Avs would score again? High Avs were dominant that whole overtime. No, Sean, as I just said, between the second period onward until the end of until Kadri scored that game winner in overtime, the Avalanche were the better team. There's no question about it. That was the whole thing. So really, the better team won that game fair and square. I know, and that's tough to say because of the controversy, but still, I think that the Avalanche deserved to win game number 4. Let's go on Andrew. He's currently streaming tonight with the bottom of my podcast, dropping in to say, hey, Avs win the cup with a 5-3 win. Love it, Andrew. Thank you, as always, for stopping by. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream, as always, my man. Really appreciate it. Avs woke up in that third. Murray's going to go with 3-2 Avs tonight's Stanley Cup, all right? LA 824, yo, I just found out Jack Johnson, former LA King, is on the Avalanche. Now I want them to win the cup even more so he can get his first. Yeah, it has been a long career for Jack Johnson, but now he gets the opportunity to finally capture that elusive Stanley Cup. Hockey Boy will be back for the first intermission. All right. Jean says, Tampa got smacked in the backfield twice that game, and the play got stopped immediately. Tampa got smacked in the backfield twice. I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to. I don't know if you're using a football term for that, but all right, John. Fortnite says, I'm going to play Avs versus Tampa on my Xbox One NHL. I'm going to be Avs as well. Very cool, Fortnite. So, yeah, shouldn't have been a whistle once his helmet should have been a whistle. Exactly, that's the way I looked at it. Because I've seen it before. How many times have we seen a goaltender's mask come off and the ref immediately blows the whistle? So, I don't really know. Again, I think that rule is stupid. I think the goal should not have counted. But, Colorado got a break as well with having too many men on the ice. So, it all worked out in the end. Let's flip a coin to determine the winner from the previous game. I personally don't feel that I need to flip a coin. I think Colorado deserved to win. Neil, you like my new name? Bruce, there it is. Jacob loves THPN. The old classic Bruce, there it is, which really kind of started when Boudreau started that winning streak as the interim head coach for the Vancouver Canucks. Let's go on Luke Simpson. Good to see you, Luke. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for hanging out with us today. We do appreciate it. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream while you're here, buddy. It says go Avalanche, go. Awesome. Make sure, guys, to continue to leave your predictions in the comments for tonight's game. We already have 8 people who have given me a prediction, but I would love to have more. It's in Colorado, right? Yes, it is in Colorado. Yes, Game 5 is in Colorado. Game 6 will be in Tampa. And then if we have a Game 7 will be back in Colorado. Jan says, let's win this one at home, Avs. Play 177%, so you have no excuses. Fair enough. Murray says, I'm like number 14, going to be a great night for hockey. Absolutely. No, it was a risk to Kemper's safety the moment that helmet came up. Exactly. And what would have happened, what would have been the situation if that shot from Strelly ended up hitting Kemper in the face with his mask off? I mean, again, I personally believe that shouldn't have been a goal. But again, it all evened out at the end of the day. Tampa had 7 players on the ice during that Kadri game winner, so I don't know why the Lightning are bitching about. To be quite honest with you, that was a whole chaos thing. But also, when you look at it, everybody was doing a line change. And that's going to happen sometimes when you do a line change where you see more than 5 guys. But apparently, it looked like that Kadri was on for a solid couple of seconds with too many men on the ice. But again, that's neither here nor there at this point. Scoring chance or not. That's fair. That's fair, John. Luke Simpson's going with a massive score tonight, a 9-5 win for the Avalanche. That would be kind of like a very big exclamation point from the goal scoring perspective on how this series would end. The players are just taking the ice now, getting ready for the national anthem, and then we will be ready for puck drop. So again, don't forget to leave your score predictions in the chat before this one gets underway. You can't play the game on your TV because of copyright, right? I can't put on the sound, and I can't show the game physically. Otherwise, we get shut down for that. That is correct. Geez, I know it's going to be high scoring, but Jesus, it is a strong prediction from Luke. Let's go on to now. Good to see you as always, my friend. Hope you're doing well today. We thank you as always for hanging out with us tonight, my man. Don't forget to smash that like button while you're here. Really, really would appreciate it. Helps out the channel tremendously. Now that we got some of the score predictions out of the way, I am going to drop down mine. As much as I want this series to continue to go, I personally wanted to go the full 7 because you have the 2 best teams going at it right now. But I think the Colorado Avalanche get it done tonight. I think that they have the momentum. I think that this is going to be it. I think that the Avalanche are going to find a way to get it done tonight. And they're going to win by the final score of 5-2 with an empty netter. So that is with 2 empty netters, actually. because they're going to be up 3-2. They'll get 2 empty netters and win 5-2. So give me the Avalanche to win tonight and win the Stanley Cup tonight with a score of 5-2. I'll even put it in the chat so you guys can see it. LA says, I think it's going to be a blowout, 6-1, just like my Kings blew out the Devils 6-1 in the 2012 finals. Sorry to remind you, bro. Thank you, LA, for that enlightening reminder. I really, really appreciate it. I put, like I said before, I said 5-2 Avs, so I'm going to put that in there as well. Fortnite says, I kind of like my score 5-3 Avs. Just want to make sure, Fortnite, you already put your score predictions. There you go. Sean says, how quick we see a throwdown tonight. Gloves off in the second? I'd say gloves off after, as the whistle blows in the first period. I think you're going to see a lot of frustration from Tampa Bay, especially if Colorado gets off to the early lead. I like this comment from Archduke. High as the whole state of Colorado, Sean. Yeah, and unfortunately, Colorado is no longer cool with regards to the whole weed joke since a lot of the country legalized marijuana, but still, you can still go with that. Let's see here. Shannon says Devils over Rangers. Love it. Danelle says, can't see the game since I'm at work, but really want a game 6 on Sunday since I will be off at work, but also want to see the Cup raised by DVR the game, though, if the Avalanche win the Stanley Cup. Yes. And Danelle, while you're here, if you got a moment, make sure to leave your score prediction in the chat so I could start for later. Sean says, gloves are definitely on the floor. All right. There's a prediction from Sean. I like it, but this should be a good one. I've been fortunate that the 2 games I've done in this series have gone to overtime, and we'll see if we get some more drama here in game number 5. Caveman in a tux. Thank you so much for leaving a comment, my friend. We do appreciate it. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream as well as subscribe. It says Avalanche 7, Lightning 1, but Tampa Bay score first. Interesting, Caveman. So you have the Avs scoring 7 unanswered goals after going down 1-0. I like it. Let's go on to Boomannis. He's going 4-3 bolts. Love it, man. Thank you so much for hanging out with us as well. Don't forget to smash that like button. So here we go. Once again, Andrei Vasilevsky in net for the Tampa Bay Lightning. His goals against average and save percentage, both not impressive. 3.79 goals against average and a .889 save percentage. They'll need him to come up big tonight. Darcy Kemper is once again in net for the Avs. 2.67 goals against average, a .900 save percentage, and has 1 shutout. He also had 37 saves on 39 shots in game number 4. Folks, I don't know about you. I'm excited. I hope you guys are as well. Do we have a game 6, or is the Stanley Cup returned to Colorado? Let's find out as the puck is dropped and game 5 of the Stanley Cup Finals is officially underway. So we'll see what happens here in this one. Danelle says, I will have to check as the Avalanche come right in. Just social media from Instagram, Twitter, Facebook to see some of the highlights. All right, fair enough. Pine Dust says 2-1, 3-3, 5-3, and Avs win. All right, Pine Dust, thank you for the prediction. Don't forget to leave a like as well as subscribe. The Avalanche got to win tonight, bro. They can't let Tampa get back in this series at all. Just stomp them out. That's a very good point because I think, again, you don't want to give Tampa too much of an opening. If you do, they're going to make you pay. That's what the Rangers found out in the Eastern Conference Finals. And I'll be honest with you guys, my full feeling is this. If Tampa wins tonight, it's going 7 games. They're not losing game 6 at home. That's just plain and simple. Because now the Avalanche have it in their own zone as now Rudy gets over to Colton. Now Nick Paul comes up the left boards. Paul gets crunched by Josh Manson. As now Jack Johnson gets it over. Nice feed to Kadri. Kadri getting the GWG after returning to the lineup from an injury, as he is once again in the lineup for the Avalanche, 91 in maroon and blue. Avs cannot be flat-footed in the first. The question is, because there isn't a ton of Stanley Cup championship experience on this Avs team, how nervous are they going into this game? That's the question to me. 0.889 goals against average has to be one of the worst percentages in Cup history. Kevin, first and foremost, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for hanging out with us. It may be, I think there's probably a lot worse than that, but it's certainly not good. It's certainly not to the level that Andrei Vasilevsky can play. So he must play better to get this done. The current sportsbook percentages or odds to win the Stanley Cup, plus 1,400 for the, it was plus 889 for Tampa Bay to win the Cup, and it's minus 1,400 for the Colorado Avalanche. So there you go. Jared Bednar, 39 career playoff wins as the Avalanche head coach, second most in franchise history behind Bob Hartley, who has 49. Bob Hartley was the head coach of the Avalanche when he won the Stanley Cup back in 2001, which was also the last time the Avs won the Stanley Cup. Let's go on, Carson Gover. Good to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. He says, let's go Tampa. Don't forget to leave a score prediction, Carson, as well. This is now a goalie situation. Yeah, goaltending is going to be one of the key things going into this one. If Tampa wins today, they're winning the series. There's no way Vassy loses game 6 and 7. I will go as far as to say I think it goes 7. Don't know if the Tampa Bay Lightning can come back from down 3-1. But like I said before, if any team could do it, it's the two-time defending Stanley Cup champions. With their head coach, John Cooper, 83-54 playoff record as Lightning head coach. He is obviously, again, also the head coach of the two-time defending Stanley Cup champions. Both teams can light up the scoreboard. We have seen that many a times in this series so far. Carson with a score prediction of a shutout for Tampa, winning 2-0. So we have 15 different people, including myself, who have given a score prediction tonight. Love it, guys. Make it 16 now with Kevin Brown dropping in a 6-5 win for the Avs. Like it, as now here comes Andre Palat with a soft shot, and that one's gloved by Kemper, and he'll immediately play it to Devon Toews, who gets off the boards, and the pass just comes out of the reach. Now Hedman gets it for Tampa. Bellemare gets it over and just out of the reach of Stamkos. Kadri tries to get around Hedman. He gets knocked down. Some fans getting up looking for a penalty, but didn't look like anything was there. As now Ruda comes up the right side, gives it over, and a big-time hit by Jack Johnson on a Tampa Bay player. Might have been Bellemare. He laid him out there right at the blue line. That was a good hit. And the crowd getting onto their feet early is an icing here against the Avs. 17-18 remaining in the first period. John says we have two of the fastest teams going for the Cup, but they both are slow starters. They are. And again, seeing that replay of Jack Johnson's hit, big-time hit from the longtime veteran defenseman. Sean says, let's go Predators, and Shannon says Nashville, baby. So we always have our Predators fan base in the chat for every single game, even if the Predators haven't played a game in almost 2 months. But I digress. But let's see here. Avs are set up for the future, need to upgrade in goal. I mean, look, they went from Philip Grubauer to Darcy Kemper, and they got further with Kemper. So did they really need to upgrade? I don't know. But it'll be interesting for Kemper, especially if he wins the Stanley Cup. He's gonna be asking for a lot of money in the offseason. And there's some teams out there that need a top goaltender. And they're going to be vying for his services. As now the Lightning keep it in the zone, takes a wrist shot through traffic. It actually deflected off of somebody and then slowly went to Kemper, and he'll cover it here. 3:13 into the first period as Andre Palat is slow to get up. Archduke says, coming back 3-1 is a tall order. It can happen, but Tampa needs to do well in each individual game. Exactly. When you're down at this point in the series, as it looks like we're actually getting a high sticking penalty, and it's going to be against JT Compher of the Avalanche. So we'll see it again here. As he actually got Palat pretty good in the face. That's why Palat was down on one knee there. So the Lightning, just 3:13 into the game, have their first chance of the power play. They have struggled mightily on the power play in the finals. Have scored just once out of I think 16 or 17 tries. They're also 15 for 76 overall in the playoffs. So the power play has been somewhat of a struggle. Actually, a lot of struggle for the Lightning, and we'll see if they can redeem themselves here. Sergachev gets it. One-time shot from Colton, and that one is stopped and covered by Kemper. Ross Colton. Interesting decision to have him on the power play. I'm going to assume this is the second power play unit. But he gets a nice feed from Sergachev on the 1T, and Kemper just gets over there to make the save. Caveman says, game-winning goal, Helm. Penalty shot in the second. That would be interesting. So, Kemper win a cup, he might get a pay raise. He's going to get a massive pay raise. Now, it's going to be Give me Sturm on random because our fourth line is sick and they carried the load. Yeah, especially in cup clinching games, it's usually some guy you don't expect. You need everybody to step up, even your lower tier guys. What's going on, PWR? Good to see you again, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Make sure to hit that like button while you're here. As Sergachev gets it over to Hedman. Now the Lightning look to try to set it up here. Colton tries to get it over to Pat Maroon. Maroon whacking at it, gets it over. Alex Killorn keeps it in. Killorn now to Maroon, wraps it around to Ross Colton. Colton loses the puck, and it's taken away by Colorado. No clear, as now the Lightning will get their first power play unit on. 4 minutes into the first period, 1:12 remaining on the Lightning power play. Carson says he's at the game. Awesome, Carson. Enjoy, my friend. Sean says Lightning power play is a joke. It really has been a joke in the finals, which is kind of crazy. Sergachev feeds over to Hedman. Now Hedman gets it. Now over to Palat. Andre Palat sets it up. Palat now to Hedman at the top of the blue line. Hedman over to Nikita Kucherov. Kucherov now over to Perry. Now feeds it in front. Scramble in front, but the Avalanche get it, and they'll clear with 40 seconds to go on the power play. Makar for the shorty. He already has one in these finals. Let's see if he'll get another one here. Evan says Lightning special teams is a joke. That is true. I am, and I'm sure I will hit the like button. Thank you, PWR. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it 100%. PK is worse than power play. I guess for Tampa Bay, as now they get it over to Stamkos. Now to Hedman. Hedman, one-time shot from Kucherov, and that's deflected just wide from Palat. Hedman keeps it in for Tampa Bay with 8 seconds to go on the power play. Corey Perry, now to Palat. Palat over to Kucherov, now to Hedman. Hedman takes a wrist shot through traffic, and that one goes wide. Power play is over for the Lightning, and then the Avalanche dump it out. And a long feed here as Comfer comes out of the bench. JT Comfer with a shot, and that one gets blocked in front by Stamkos. Comfer came out of the box, not the bench. Now Comfer gets it. He's behind the net. He gets pinned along by Victor Hedman. Now Stamkos gets it over to Corey Perry. Perry's trying to slow it up and set something. Gets it to Hedman, and Hedman will flick it out of the zone and back out to center ice. Let's see here. John says, screw it, NHL 66 isn't working. I'll just watch the Yankee game. As that shot in front there is stopped and covered on a sharp angle try, but it is covered by Vasilevsky. You could also, honestly, Sean, a good recommendation that I always say is to go to Reddit, because usually Reddit can come up with different streams as well to find the game. It's also on ABC, so if you have like regular television, you could just watch it on ABC. Sean says, holy crap, boys, stop the cycle. Then Murray says, Makar from my hometown in Calgary. Kevin Brown says, 0 for 1. Punda says, I wish I was at the game or even watching the game. I'm stuck at work and enjoying this commentary. I have a good imagination, and you are feeding perfectly. Thank you, Pine Dust. I appreciate it, man. It's a shot from the blue line from Eric Johnson is gloved down by Vasilevsky. But thank you, Pine Dust, for the compliment, man. I do appreciate it. Don't forget, as always, to smash that like button while you're here. So Eric Johnson taking the shot through a screen. I have a hunch, guys. I have a hunch. I didn't say this before the game started, but I have a hunch Eric Johnson is going to be the man of the moment. This one is that shot from Bowen Byron deflects just wide. As now Stamkos gets it over to Killorn. Killorn now over to Nick Paul, and he backhands it into the left corner. And I think it actually might have deflected out of play. So we get a stoppage of play here. 6:08 into the first. Lightning could not score in that first power play. And we're still at no score here in Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Jean says, look at the refs coddle Tampa. I mean, look, that first penalty, John, you got to be realistic here. That first penalty, it was a penalty. Comfer, whether it was intentional or not, got Palat pretty good in the face on that high stick. So that was the right call to make. But again, the Lightning just continuing to struggle on the power play. This has been really a really big problem. PWR says, I'm at the game and people are chanting, let's go Avs. Well, PWR, I would expect that because the game is at the Ball Arena in Colorado. So, hopefully it's a raucous crowd. I mean, I would imagine that it is. And we thank you for, hanging out with us while also being at the game. It's very cool. Kevin says, zebras need to be invisible unless an egregious foul. Yeah, you know what, Kevin? The great thing about that is that if you go back to game number 4, especially in the third period and even overtime, there were a couple of times where people were, saying, oh, this should have been a penalty, this, that, and the other thing. But the refs did a really good job until the end, obviously, but a really good job of just letting the teams play and not trying to be in the middle of the whole situation. Jean says, Avs need to take away the neutral zone immediately. And also, I think they just got to not give the Lightning's top players too much space, because you give them too much space to maneuver, they're going to make you pay. Let's see here. PWR says, you're welcome. Sean says, oh, first penalty was fair. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't, that was pretty much the way I looked at it. So goals in this series, 16-11 in favor of Colorado. Even strength, 10 for Tampa, 9 for the Avalanche. And then special teams, we've had 9 goals from Colorado, just 1 from Tampa Bay. And also the fact that Colorado's had both a power play and shorthanded goal in this series. So that's also somewhat of a factor that the Avalanche have taken advantage of their opportunities on special teams, while the Lightning, shockingly, with the amount of talent that they have goal scoring wise, have looked really, really bad on the power play. Yaga says, that is why they have those colors, Kevin, to blend in with the environment. But to see 5 Tampa players around the ref, who's in whose ear at that point? I mean, look, players from both sides are always going to try to get a little bit of help from the ref. They're going to talk to them every now and they're going to talk and everything like that. It's common procedure in the NHL. Kevin quoting from Bad News Bears 2, let them play. Love it, dude. It's a good movie, by the way. As now here comes a potential 2-on-1. Nick Paul up the left side with Colton. Nick Paul trying to shake off a defender, and he gets the puck chipped away from him. But it looks like the ref actually is going to call a penalty here. And it looks like it's going to be a hook against the Avs. So the Lightning looks like they're going right back to the power play, as Nazem Kadri will now go to the sin bin here. So the Avs, maybe it's a little bit of nerves going into this one, but that's already the second penalty against them, as Kadri's going to get called for a hook as on the play where Nick Paul was trying to take a shot. Lord says, in Lakers news, we drafted Max Christie. That's a good start to our rebuild. Don't know if the Lakers are going to a rebuild right now, but good to see you, Lauren. Hope you're doing well. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream while you are here. You're welcome. If you sub to my channel, you will make my day. I will do that. When I get the opportunity to. So here we go as the Lightning power play begins, as Hedman gets it over to Nikita Kucherov, now to Palat, back to Kucherov, top of the blue line to Victor Hedman. Hedman now ships over to the left side, loses the puck for a moment, tries to make a pass, gets broken up. Lightning giving his Corey Perry with a turnaround drive, and that one is gloved down by Kemper. Kevin Brown says, Kadri gets a hook. Fair enough. And then Kevin Brown saying, yep, goddamn zebras. PWR says, thank you so much. No worries, man. No worries. When I get the chance on a break, I will do it. I'm assuming it's just YTPWR Zaxi. So I will put that into my phone, and I will do that when I get a chance to. So don't worry about that. Kemper doing better than expected. I think he's playing about much as what he was expected to be. So I think that's he's played well. So Kucherov off the face-off, and that one gets blocked in front. Lightning trying to get control of it. Avalanche trying to whack it away. Cogliano can't. As now Corey Perry gets it. Perry backhands it over to Kucherov right side. Gets it over to Nick Paul. Then it gets broken up and cleared by Colorado. So again, the Lightning are just struggling to control the puck, and actually they're passing it way too much. They got to get more pucks in front of Darcy Kemper. What's up, Jeff? As Nikita Kucherov comes into the zone, Kucherov tries to dangle around, gets taken away by Valery Nichushkin, and Nichushkin banks it off the boards and back down. So Vasilevsky will play it over to Victor Hedman. 1 minute to go on the Lightning power play. 12 minutes remaining in the first. Still no score here. Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Hedman slowly makes his way up the center ice. Now leaves it for Andre Palat. Palat now on the left side, drops out for Stamkos, who tries to get it wrapped around the boards. He cannot. Palat tries to regain the puck. Now Kucherov wraps it over all the way to the other side. Can Hedman keep it in? He does. Tries to fire at the net. Now Palat tries to get it over to Kucherov, and the pass to Corey Perry goes through his legs, and now and it looks like it's Nichushkin. He'll come the other way shorthanded. Nichushkin comes in with a shot, and that one is stopped by the left arm of Vasilevsky. Avalanche now with another opportunity as Devon Toews takes a shot that goes wide. As now the Lightning look to try to come into the zone for one last chance. Colton drops off to Pat Maroon. Maroon now backhands it over to Nick Paul. Now to Maroon in the left corner. Now over to Nick Paul. Nick Paul on the left side gets it top of the blue line to Sergachev. Sergachev now, power play is over for Tampa Bay. Colton takes a shot into the left corner. Now Maroon trying to keep it in, but Kadri now takes it for Colorado as here come the Avs the other way. Darren Helm now into the offensive zone. Will fire it around to the left side. As now Landeskog gets it, feeds it over to Cale Makar. Makar takes a wrist shot. That one gets blocked. And now the Lightning trying to get out of the zone. They cannot. Jack Johnson keeps it in. Johnson in the left corner, over to Kadri. Now to Landeskog behind the net. Landeskog now on the left side, over to Killorn. Killorn takes away for Tampa. Sergachev gets it over to Colton, and finally Tampa is able to get it out of the zone, as it looks like Chernak will dump it in. So make that now 0 for 2 so far for Tampa Bay on the power play. Man advantage has really not been an advantage for Tampa Bay, as now Hagel in the offensive zone. Hagel wraps around to Bellemare. Edward Bellemare on the right side gets pushed down. Ref says play on. As now Ruda tries to get there. Now Anthony Cirelli gets it over to Hagel. Hagel with a wrist shot, and that one is gloved high and covered by Darcy Kemper with exactly 10 minutes to go in the opening frame. So both teams trading a couple of chances. It's been pretty even so far. Shots 5 aside, but the Lightning have had not one but 2 chances already on the power play and have not scored. John says, Neil, I apologize for late comments. Too busy yelling at the TV. No worries. Kevin Brown says 0 for 2. Kevin says, Avs have more shots on penalty kill. Jaden says, be funny if I were Neil too. Jeff Nelson says, what's up, Neil? I got Avs winning 4-2. Hey, Sean and Archduke. What's going on, Jeff? Good to see you as always, man. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. PWR says, you are the best. As that shot over on the left side from Tampa goes wide. Ruda keeps it in for Tampa. Ruda now over to Hedman. Hedman now a drive by Kucherov, and that one is sticked aside by Kemper. Lightning keeping it in. Over in the left corner is Josh Manson now, as now gets it to McKinnon. McKinnon over to Chushkin, and it just comes out of the zone. But PWR, thank you so much for the comment, man. Really do appreciate it 100%. Lauren says, my prediction, Avs will win tonight, though I hate them. They will erase the choke label forever. Lauren, what is your score prediction? So you got the Avs, but what's the score prediction? There's a shot there from Johnson, gets it back, over to McKinnon. McKinnon gets tripped down. Refs looking for a penalty, and they will give a penalty there. It's a late penalty here against the Lightning. Bowen Byram, over to McKinnon. Tries to feed over one time, gets it to Jack Johnson. Johnson, now to McKinnon. McKinnon circles around, feeds it in front, nobody's there. McKinnon again with the puck. Nathan McKinnon tries to make a pass, and it gets off of a Tampa player, goes back into the Colorado zone. Let's hear. Tim Nelson says, give mom and dad a high five. I will. PWR says, you're welcome. There's now a shot there. That would have stopped it. It almost got past Vasilevsky. And the Lightning just trying to touch it, and eventually they do. So it's going to be a tripping penalty against Tampa Bay. So with 8:43 to go in the first period, Colorado will get their first chance on the man advantage. So here we go, guys. It's the hometown Colorado Avalanche, who have had a lot of success, like we mentioned before. 7 special teams goals, including 6 power play goals. They're going to get a chance to see if they can get the early 1-0 lead with their first crack on the power play. Jean says, oh good, the refs did call that. They did. It was pretty obvious. Jean also said, OMG, Jesus Christ, how the hell is this happening right now? My children are hiding in the corner. I'm so loud. It's the passion, man. It's the passion. Lauren says, Chase Claypool's antics bother me as a Steelers fan. For him to say that he's a top 3 receiver right now shows how arrogant he is. I mean, we talked about this in the last stream, Lauren. I mean, the sad thing about Chase Claypool is that he thinks he's way better than he actually is. That's plain and simple. Let's see here. Jacob says, what a save. That was a very good save by Vasilevsky, and it popped over his shoulder and nearly trickled into the net anyway. And yeah, you're absolutely right, PWR. That was certainly a close call for Tampa Bay. But now we'll see what they can do if now that they have to kill off this penalty coming up. Claypool has the potential, but it's too premature for him to say that he's a top 3 receiver. He'll have to certainly prove it on the field. John says my vocal cords will be destroyed by the end of this game. So we shall see. We shall see what happens with that. And what's crazy is that you think about Colorado. For so many years, they just couldn't even get out of the second round of the playoffs. And the first time they finally do, they go all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals and are now just one win away from winning the Stanley Cup, which could be tonight. So let's see what happens here. Is again, tripping penalty against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Not sure exactly who it was called on, but nonetheless, Avs' first power play unit is on the ice to start this one. Face off to the right of Vasilevsky, left of your screen, as the Lightning win that face-off. Charlie tries to get out of the zone, and he does. Gets it over to the Avalanche bench. Avalanche power play, 34.5%, 20 for 58. Second highest in NHL history. As now an opportunity shorthanded is Nick Paul with a shot that just goes wide. But the power play percentage for Colorado in these playoffs, second highest behind the 81 New York Islanders. That's pretty impressive. As now Arturi Lehkonen gets out of Landeskog, tries to feed it over to McKinnon, and he just missed him. Avalanche keep it in. Cale Makar over to McKinnon. McKinnon chips it over to Makar. Makar now to Landeskog. Landeskog right faceoff circle, feeds it in front to Lehkonen, and that one pops up in the air and over the net. And now both teams have 2 guys behind the net. Nick Paul one-handed away from McKinnon, tries to one-hand it again, but Colorado keeps it in. McKinnon over now to Makar. Fakes a slide shot from McKinnon. McKinnon now tries to make a pass over to Rantanen. Rantanen behind the net. Over to Landeskog. Now it fakes a slap shot from Makar. Now a slap shot from McKinnon, and that one is stopped by the right leg pad of Vasilevsky. Rantanen now gets it over, but it's taken away by Cirelli and cleared with 48 seconds to go in this power play. 7:25 to go in the first period. Still no score. My wonderful mother, shout out to her, saying, hi there, everyone. Who will score first? What do you think, Neil? Feeling pretty confident about the Avs getting the first goal, the home team. That's how I feel with this one going on. As now the Lightning cleared again, as now Killorn tries to come in shorthanded, but cannot. Michael Murphy says, bro, you are better than most pro announcers. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that compliment, man. And thank you for hanging out with us. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream, Michael, as well as subscribe. 10 seconds to go on the Avalanche power play. They're trying to set it up again. Killorn with a hit. But now the Avalanche keep it in. Bowen Byram has it. Byram on the left side drops it off to Nichushkin. Nichushkin with a wrist shot, and it goes right into the belly of Vasilevsky, and he'll cover. Power play is up for the Avalanche. They do not score, and we still have no score here with 6:41 remaining in the opening period. But thank you all so much for hanging out with us again. My name is Neil Villapiano, and from all of us here at THPN, we thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Finals, Avalanche against the Lightning. And don't forget to leave a like on the stream as well as subscribe if you like what you see. So we'll see what happens here. Face off to the right of Vasilevsky. Face off won by the Lightning as Bogosian chips it out. Eric Johnson now plays it for Colorado. Gets it over to a teammate who gets crunched into the bench of Colorado. There we go. Actually, the door kind of opened up accidentally, but now here come the Avalanche again. Darren Helm up the right side. Helm takes a wrist shot, and that one is right leg patted aside by Vasilevsky. Shots are currently 9-6 in favor of Colorado, as now Darren Helm takes another shot, and that one goes wide. And now Kucherov, slowly by himself against 2 Avalanche defenders, he tries to get through, and he actually gets his stick knocked out of his hands and in the air. No penalty called there, as Newhook will dump it into the right corner of the Tampa zone. Taken away by Colorado. It's now Makar. Makar fighting off a defender. Hedman takes it away, gets it over to Ruda. Ruda now gets it out of the zone. Colton off the boards, gets it to Hedman, and Hedman will hit it off the boards. No icing as Kemper will play the puck. Kemper now it's taken away. Well, now it's taken by Colorado. Here comes Alex Newhook. Newhook now looking for reinforcements. He'll hold. He takes a wrist shot, and that one is gloved by Vasilevsky. We get a whistle. 5:24 to go in the first period. Still no score. Honda says, I don't think my 2-1 after the first prediction is going to happen. Never say never, Pine Dust, especially with hockey. Magical, unpredictable sport. You never know what's going to happen. You never know what could happen. You never know when goals could start coming aplenty. It's crazy how quickly things can turn around. But I also mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again because obviously trying to give you guys, play-by-play. If I happen to miss some of your comments, I do apologize up front. Jean says, still ain't seen Isha. No love for the cup winners. Isha will be here, will probably be in the chat at some point. You do have to remember that also he lives out on the West Coast over in the Vancouver Islands, and it's about 5:46 in the evening/afternoon for him, so he might still be doing a little bit of work in the office. So he might be able to join a little bit later. It is also Friday. It is Friday, start of the weekend. And a lot of people might be out and about, especially being the summer, enjoying all the things that summer has to offer. It ain't over until the cup is raised. You are absolutely right, Andrew. Nailed it on the head, buddy. Kevin Brown says, all the pressure is on the former champs. Win or you're golfing with Esposito. It's a good way to look at it, Kevin. I like that. I like the way you put that. But yeah, a lot of people are saying, is this a dynasty for Tampa Bay? I've argued that I think it's already somewhat of that, but I think if they were able to come back and win the Stanley Cup again for a third year in a row, that would certainly validate it. If they were to lose, then I think a lot of people will then focus again on these last two cups, with one of them being the bubble, one of them being in a weird year overall, and saying that really their championships are not validated. So we'll see. What's going on, Michael Matthew? Thank you so much for the comment, my friend. We do appreciate it. Michael, don't forget to leave a like on the stream as well as subscribe, man. It helps out the channel tremendously. He says Nazem will finally bring the cup to Toronto. Wouldn't that be hilarious if he just despite the Leafs, he just brings the Stanley Cup to Toronto? I think that would be absolutely hilarious. It ain't over until it's over, the great Yogi Berra once said. Sean says, I think the Avs are nervous. I can see they're playing safely, but in the end, they got this. They look pretty good on that power play, but I would agree with you, Sean, overall. They do have a little bit of nerves, but I think if they get through the first period not losing, or even better yet, winning, then they're going to be fine. Murray says, that's dumped to the zone. You know how much depth Colorado has when a world-class player like Kucherov is looking average? They have a considerable amount of depth. That's for damn sure. Shannon says, how cool to have your name on the cup. No other trophy in sports allows you to do that. That's what makes it so special. I don't think Kadri will be going to Toronto with the cup this time. Maybe not, but I think it would be funny nonetheless. So Sergachev gets it over to Corey Perry. He drops to Ruda. Ruda comes up the right side. Ruda with a slap shot, and he scores! Ruda with a bomb for the right side. Gets it under the glove of Darcy Kemper and in. And with 4.5 minutes to go in the first, the Tampa Bay Lightning strike first. It's 1-0. So Ruda just comes up the right side, really just trying to basically just put a shot on net, and it actually hits the glove of Darcy Kemper and in. And that is a bad one to give up if you're Darcy Kemper, which he has given up a considerable amount of those. But Jan Ruda, first goal of the playoffs this year, his third of his career in the playoffs. And the Lightning, the road team, strike first as they come right back in as Chernak gets crunched on another big hit from Jack Johnson. He is bringing the physicality in this one. As now Jakob is pumped up. We got a bunch of people pumped up or upset, depending on your situation. As now here come the Lightning to get into the zone. Sakic did the right thing. He screwed up with Waugh, but Sakic's GM got where he needed to be. No, he's done great. As a sharp angle strike from Killorn gets stopped, and now Nazem Kadri gets it for Colorado. He gets knocked down by Jan Ruda. He goes into the boards. No penalty there. Bunch of people were pumped up for the goal there. Avs don't know quit. No, they don't. As now Kucherov with a drive, and that one goes up high, and Kemper makes the save. Caveman, you did predict that the Lightning would score first, but now now we'll see if your other part of your prediction is right, in which if you are right, then the Avalanche will score the next 7 unanswered goals, which would be pretty crazy. John says, y'all can enjoy that one. I said it from the gate, 4-2 Avs. Jakob just wants game 6. I want game 7. I want this to go the distance. There's the body I've been waiting for. Caveman says, stay tuned. Yeah, we will stay tuned. Colorado is outplaying the old guys. The shot there almost got past Kemper, but he'll cover again. It's Nikita Kucherov shaking his head right now as he's got to be frustrated. Has not had the world's greatest Stanley Cup final. But you know, at any moment, he could start to really get himself going here. But Jan Rudin, unlikely player, scores the first goal. This one, a slapper that got under the glove of Darcy Kemper and in. And that has given the Lightning the 1-0 lead. As the faceoff here won, is Hedman with a sharp angle try that is gloved and covered by Kemper. So now you're starting to see Tampa put some more pucks to the net here. They're being more aggressive because now they got the lead. I do agree, Sean, with you. That was a very weak goal given up by Kemper. His glove side, in some regards, is his weaker side, and he kind of just proved it again there. Jean says, damn replays. Good shot. That was a good shot. Now here comes Nathan MacKinnon, and he gets crunched by Mikhail Sergachev. Good hip check there. That was totally clean. And I'm liking the physicality both teams have brought here to the first period of Game 5 as we get an offsides call here against the Avalanche with 3:17 remaining in the first period. I feel like this has been somewhat of a slow-moving first period. What would you guys say? I mean, there's been a bunch of action, and we did have a goal, but at the same time, I feel like it's not going as fast as we've seen before. So that's kind of something that I've noticed. But going back to the hit, just a really solid chest check from Mikhail Sergachev on Nathan MacKinnon, trying to deke around them. As now here comes Tampa Bay as McDonough will slowly try to get into the zone. It gets broken up by Colorado. Looks like they called offsides, actually. Let's see here. Can you comment on one of my videos so I know you subbed my channel? I will when I get an opportunity to do so, PWR. Don't worry. John says, Avs really need to keep them blocked in the neutral zone. Absolutely. Let's go on, Andy. Good to see you as always, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream while you're here, boss man. John says, I think the energy comes in the second. For both teams, you think it's gonna pick up energy-wise. All right. Jacob says, clean hit. I agree. It was a solid hit. It's a takeaway there by Riley Nash, and that one gets stopped by Kemper. Maroon gets it over to Nash. Nash in the right corner tries to get over to Maroon. Maroon being checked by Bowen Byram. Lightning trying to keep it in the offensive zone right now. There's now Riley Nash with a shot that gets blocked behind the net. Is now Sturm trying to get it out for Colorado. He cannot. Avalanche right now struggling to get it out of the zone, but finally they're able to settle it. I'm predicting a fight in this game. We'll see. Archduke says definitely slow. Pinda says it is 1-0. Yeah, it's slow. It's been slow. Shots are pretty even, though. Shots are 11-10 in favor of Tampa Bay right now as Kadri comes up the left side. Kevin says, no worries about mentioning comments. Love the excitement you bring beyond the TV broadcast. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate it, man. It's Kadri with a high-rising shot. Pops up in the air. Both teams whacked at it in midair. Finally, it's knocked down by Colorado. Jack Johnson on the left side feeds it over to Kadri. And then Kadri will wrap it around the boards, where Hedman will try to play over to the right side. Nick Paul tries to whack it away from Manson. He can't get it. Now it's Arturi Lehkonen. Lehkonen tries to take a shot. Pops up in the air. It comes right out in front to where Vasilevsky is. Still nobody knows where it is. And then Lehkonen takes a shot that gets blocked. Lehkonen now keeps it in for Colorado. 100 seconds to go in the first. Jack Johnson now over to Nazem Kadri. Kadri now to Lehkonen. Lehkonen with a shot that gets blocked. Lightning trying to clear out the zone. Lehkonen keeps it in for a moment, and finally Tampa gets it out. So that time of possession in the offensive zone for Colorado lasted nearly a minute. That is crazy. Minute 15 to go in the first and ticking. Tampa up 1-0. Here comes the Avs again. McKinnon with a shot that gets blocked. Now Landeskog gets it. Feeds over to Makar. Makar with a wrist shot that gets blocked in front by Cernak. Cernak, Hagel trying to get it out. Cirelli chips it off. Lee tries to streak Alex Killorn. Gets body. Now Cirelli tries to feed it in front, and the pass gets broken up. As now Cirelli tries to keep it in. It's taken away. Maybe a breakaway. Leads it for McKinnon. McKinnon comes in. He takes a shot and he misses wide. Oh my goodness. An opportunity again. Landeskog with a drive. And that one gets blocked. Avalanche keeping it in though. Gets it over to the right side. Mikko Rantanen. Rantanen holds. Now to Nichushkin. Nichushkin stops. Has some space. Leaves it over to Makar. Makar loses it. Gets it behind the net, over to Devon Taves. Taves, now over, gets to Makar, fakes the slap shot. Now Makar with a wrist shot through traffic gets blocked. Killorn gets it, and he'll flip it out with 10 seconds to go. And this will be an icing here against the Lightning with 10 seconds to go. Donnell says, who scored for the Lightning? It was Jan Ruda. Confinity says $40 on the line for Colorado. All right, Confinity, and good to see you, by the way, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Leave a like on the stream while you're here. PWR, I will when I get a chance to. Do not fret. As McKinnon beat Vasilevsky, went through the 5-hole, but he missed the net. So that was a great opportunity that, unfortunately, McKinnon could not take advantage of. Faceoff will be to the left of Vasilevsky here. 9.9 to go in the first. Faceoff is won by Colorado, but they can't keep it in the zone. 5 seconds to go in the period. Gets it over to Kadri. Tries to stay on sides, but he's not. Offsides here against the Avs with 2.9 to go in the first period. And again, guys, if necessary, a Game 6, that will be on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern on ABC. That game will be in Tampa. And right now, the two-time defending champions and the road team, Tampa Bay Lightning, with the 1-0 lead. Faceoff will be just outside of the Lightning zone here. Ref ready to drop the puck. He drops it. Won by Tampa Bay, and that will do it for the first period. So, the Lightning grab the first intermission lead thanks to a slapper. First goal of this year's playoffs from Jan Ruda. And the two-time defending champs got the lead after 20 minutes. So, as always, guys, what do you think so far of this one? How do you think Tampa came out? How do you think Colorado's come out so far? And what both teams need to do to make some changes going into the next 20 minutes of play? But before we continue on here, we're going to step aside for the first time tonight to get a word from our sponsors.
All right, team, time to bet NFL games. Confidence.
I'm feeling a parlay with more legs than a spider.
So 9 legs?
Roll the dice, baby.
Indecision?
We picked one home favorite. I abstain.
You can't abstain.
Boring. 6-leg parlay, 2 home dogs, all hitting the over. Boom!
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and feel the NFL action like never before.
Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, everybody, here to the first intermission report here of Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Finals. And after 20 minutes of play, thanks to a goal from an unlikely player, in Jan Rutta, the Tampa Bay Lightning, the road team, have the 1-0 lead after 20 minutes of play. And I will say this off the bat, that personally, I don't feel like that was really a one-sided period for either team. I think it was pretty back and forth. Both teams had at least one chance on the power play. Tampa actually had 2 overall. Neither team could score in their power plays, but Jan Rutta with a slapper that just got under the glove arm of Darcy Kuemper and in, gave the Lightning the first goal of this one. So if anybody had Jan Rutta getting the first goal, that was a pretty awesome prediction, if I do say so myself. But the defending champs trying to prove again that they're not going to go down without a fight. And, the way I look at it from Colorado's perspective, they were certainly coming on towards the end of that first period. So the hope is for them going into the next 20 minutes that they can feed off of that momentum, get the next goal, and get this one going again and get the crowd back into it. For Tampa Bay, you got to find a way to get a couple more goals here. You got to start getting more pucks to the net. You got to be more aggressive. You're not doing it enough. And Jan Rutta just proved it. When you put the puck on the net, good things happen. And Jan Rutta was just taking that shot in the hopes that it would somehow get past Kuemper, and it did. So that was a weak goal by Kuemper to give up, but a goal nonetheless that gives the Lightning the first period lead. So now when you look at it from Tampa's perspective, got to find a way to get more pucks to the net. Got to be more aggressive. Not being aggressive enough. That's the way I look at it. Kevin Brown says, chess match. Let's see here. I think it's safe to say it won't end 1-0. I would be stunned if it ended 1-0. It would be it would be very ironic considering how good these teams are with scoring goals. Jean with an interesting prediction. He says somebody is throwing gloves this second period. We shall see. Kevin Brown says, I would love to see some old-time hockey. Now, we did see a little bit of it, but not a whole lot in these finals. Sean says, guys, I'll be back hopefully before the second period starts. No worries, Sean. The second period will start at around 9:15 p.m. Eastern. So, you got some time. But we'll see in a bit. Christian Santiago, what's going on, man? Good to see you as always. We hope you're doing well. Christian, you already know the drill. Make sure to smash that like button while you're here, man. It really does help out the channel. He says, who's in net for Colorado? It is Darcy Kuemper once again in net for the Avs. Shannon says, both teams have stopped focusing on their stars. Depth has got them both here too. Shannon, you are absolutely right. When you get this far in the Stanley Cup playoffs, when you get all the way to the finals, you need all 20-plus guys who are in the game to step up at different points throughout the playoffs. It's not going to always be your star guys. It's going to be guys like Jan Rutta coming through and finally getting his first goal of these playoffs. A defenseman who obviously is the defensive pairing for it with Victor Hedman, a guy that maybe could be an unlikely hero. But you need your depth guys to come through when your star guys are struggling. And in some degrees, the stars are struggling for Tampa Bay. And so you need guys like Jan Rutta to step up here, and that's what he's done so far. But Tampa Bay, another thing that's glaring, 1 for 16 on the power play in this series, 0 for 2 tonight. The way it's going, if Tampa Bay can get their power play going, the Avs are screwed, like in many ways. Because Tampa had 2 chances to score on the power play and didn't. So I don't know how. To me, it's just to me really not necessarily how. To me, it's simply that Tampa passes the puck way too much, and that causes a lot of, overthinking and everything. So they got to just find a way, as I mentioned before, to get more pucks to the net. LA says, well, didn't envision that I thought the Avalanche were going to score 3 right off the bat. Fair enough. I think we all expected the Avalanche to get on the board first, but the Lightning not going down without a fight. Christian Santiago with a score prediction. Thank you, Christian. He becomes the 20th person that has given me a score prediction tonight. He's going 6-3 Avs. So he's expecting a lot more goals to happen in the final 40 minutes of this one. Archduke says, if we have hats on the ice, then it's likely we will also have the gloves there too. It's a very good point. Very good point, Archduke. Very good. So here's a fun question for all you guys. Let me know in the comment section right now, because you all know that every stream I do, I drink a glass of my family's homemade wine. Let me know in the comment section what you guys are drinking tonight while watching this Game 5 of the finals. Jean says, holy crap, had to get dinner, but the end of that first was swarming. It was for Colorado. They had a couple of really point-blank opportunities to score, and if it wasn't for some good saves from Vasilevsky, but also some good blocking from the Lightning defense, the Avs could have easily scored and tied the game up at least. Christian Santiago says, come Kadri and Kemper. Is he saying, come on, Kadri and Kemper? We'll see if they can step up here in these next 2 periods. Caveman and Tux drinking ice wine. Interesting. Patricia is staying neutral tonight. Patricia, good to see you as always, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream while you're here. It really does help out the channel. LA is drinking water. Hey, I'm drinking water too, man. Got it? As my great friend Adol once said, hydrate before you dihydrate. That's the way that I look at it. So make sure you have plenty of H2O when you watch these games. Din for Jean. All right. Patricia says, water because it's very rainy and humid, 98 today. Whew. You have every right to stay in the house for as long as possible on a hot day like that. Shannon is about to shot some tequila. Nice. Jacob says, come on, the headmaster, a.k.a. Headman. Yes, according to Jacob, as he said in the last stream that we did, the guy who gives the best head on Tampa Bay is certainly Victor Hedman. Shannon says she normally drinks only White Claw. I've had White Claw, I think, maybe once or twice in my lifetime, and not the biggest fan of it. I'm just not a big fan of like the really, really fruity stuff. I mean, there's like fruity drinks that I've had that I've actually really liked, but there's also some that I'm like, not really a big fan of. But again, everybody is entitled to like whatever they like. Patricia says, yes, I like this channel for sure. Thank you, Patricia. We appreciate your support as always, my friend. Thank you. Shannon says, but feeling Avs going to win 2-1. Let me see, Shannon, if you actually gave a score prediction before. Interesting. You never did. Well, we'll put it in now. So that makes it now. We've got 20. Guys, you guys are really killing it tonight. We've had 21 people, including myself, give a score prediction tonight. And I would love for us to get over 22, which is the most we've ever had in a live stream. And if you haven't, this is only for the people who haven't yet, but if you haven't given a score prediction, make sure to put it in ASAP. Let's get like 30 plus predictions tonight. Let's see here. LA says, got to drink water for my blood pressure. Laughed my ass off. Don't want Tampa winning 3 in a row. That would be boring. That would be more heartbreaking for you. Went to Noodles and Company for dinner, though. Any July birthdays here? I probably do know at least one person that has a July birthday, but I don't know about in here. Jacob says, go Angels. PWR says, Zaxi says, not to make you annoyed, but did you sub? I did subscribe, PWR, and if you go to the second video that you posted, the second most recent video that you posted with Kobe Bryant on it, I left a comment on there. So make sure you check that out, my friend. Archduke says, just finished a gallon of water for today. Now drinking hard cider. A gallon of water. Ramon, proud of you, dude. I'm proud of you. You're getting your water in, man. That is important. As I said before, hydrate before you dihydrate, and you have earned that hard seltzer. What hard seltzer are you having? Like, what brand are we talking about tonight? LA says, go Dodgers. So we got the battle of LA in the chat tonight. PWR says, okay, let me check. Awesome. She says, yes, it would. Everyone needs water. Everyone needs water. Absolutely. So like I said before, Second period will start at around 9:15 Eastern time, so you can kind of figure that out, from your standpoint, wherever time zone you're in, where that is. But, look, I'm all about a low-scoring game. I really am. I know that people love it when we get high-scoring games like we saw in that series against Calgary and Edmonton, the Battle of Alberta. But I'm a big, maybe because I'm a goalie person, I really, really enjoy low-scoring games. First period scoring in Colorado, it's been crazy. This is the lowest scoring first period that we've had in the finals in Colorado. So, obviously, guys are locking down a lot more. Let's see here. Angry Orchard for tonight. Need to make my own cider. Nice, man. Nice. Sounds like that's always a good option, man, and I hope you are enjoying it. Janet says, I'm 85% water. So is everyone else in the world. Patricia says, I check baseball now and then. Yeah, I do as well. I'm a big baseball fan. I went to a Brooklyn Cyclones, which is a minor league baseball affiliate of the New York Mets. I saw them earlier this week. It was a lot of fun. And I'm actually going to the Yankee game next Wednesday. So that should be a lot of fun as well. LA says the Angels need to change their name. LA doesn't claim them. They played Anaheim. That's been a long-standing thing, LA. And in many ways, I do agree with you because they really don't play in LA at all. They play in Anaheim. So they should go back to being the Anaheim Angels to, distinct themselves. But look, at the end of the day, they do want to try to, reach out to the LA, community. But LA is a Dodgers town. I mean, I hate to say it, but LA is a Dodgers town. I don't think there's any debate about it. K-Man says, great guy, good broadcast energy, favorite hockey channel, penalty shot in second, be excited. Thank you, Caveman, for the compliment. Compliments, my friend. I really do appreciate it, and we'll see if you're right about that prediction. I like it. John says, I don't care, I'm an asshole, but please, guys, if you're new to the channel or just got the minute, this channel is awesome. Leave a like. Thank you, Jean, for helping me out, man. I really love that you guys also help out and tell people to do it as well. Really, really means a lot to me that you guys are helping out 100%. That is 824 is true. Yankees should take it. Yankees definitely are the favorites right now to win the World Series. Jean says, and sub people. Absolutely. Like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe. Shannon says, holy shit, Neil, you're dry, but I love it. Thank you. Yeah, I know my dry humor. I don't consider myself a funny guy that much, but I try every now and then. It's a stretch calling the Angels from LA. I agree. It really, they're I've gone past both stadiums, and yeah, Anaheim is not that. And look at the Anaheim Ducks. They're not called the LA Ducks. They're called the Anaheim Ducks. So I think it should be the same thing. They're trying again. The Angels are trying to get in with the LA community and the LA market. And yes, they have two very marketable players in both Shohei Ohtani as well as Mike Trout, but it's still a Dodgers town. Before we get underway in the second period, we'll step aside for another quick moment to get another word from our sponsors.
All right, team, time to bet NFL games. Confidence.
I'm feeling a parlay with more legs than a spider.
So 9 legs.
Roll the dice, baby.
Indecision.
We pick one home favorite. I abstain.
You can't abstain.
Boring. 6-leg parlay, 2 home dogs, all hitting the over. Boom!
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and feel the NFL action like never before.
So here we go, guys. We're just about ready to get underway in the second period here of Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Again, Lightning up 1-0 after 20 minutes, thanks to a goal from Jan Rutta, his first of this year's playoffs, his third career playoff goal. Defenseman number 44 for the Lightning. Sean says, I think the Avs will score in the second and have a 2-1 lead after 20. Honestly, I think I could definitely see that. I could definitely see that. Well, let's see here. Christian says, I want Kadri to score. Well, Kadri had the GWG in game number 4, and I'm sure he's going to be looking to try to contribute again here in game number 5. And we'll see what happens here in this second period, shall we? Players are at center ice. The puck has been dropped, and the second period here is underway. Again, Game 5 of Stanley Cup Finals. What's at stake? If Colorado wins, they hoist the Stanley Cup for the first time since 2001. If the Lightning win, we have a Game 6 back in Tampa on Sunday night. Now the Lightning start off the period in the offensive zone for a moment as Christian says, go Avs, go. Awesome. Into the zone here as now Makar gets over to Valeri Nichushkin. Nichushkin up the right boards. He'll just backhand it in, and Vasilevsky will play it behind his own net. Vasilevsky tries to chip it over, gets it to Killorn. Killorn flips it high in the air over to Brandon Hagel, who can't control it. It looks like the ref actually blew a whistle for offsides, so we establish a play just 45 seconds into the second period. It's definitely crazy how, again, it just shows once again that you need all of your guys to step up, that a guy like Jan Rutta, who had not scored in these playoffs until tonight, comes through with so far the game's only goal. Shannon says, Kadri got this. This is going to be the fourth line goal. All right, Shannon. But I don't think Kadri's on the fourth line. I think he's on like the second line. So, but I kind of get what you're saying, though. I kind of get what you're saying about the whole depth thing, because you were the one that brought it up originally. As now here come the Avalanche into the zone. Rantanen with a shot that gets blocked. Avalanche trying to keep it in. Rantanen now right behind the net. Gets it over Ross Colton trying to get to it first. He does. Colton slows it up, looking for somebody. Rutta loses the puck, taken away. Wraparound chance by Kadri. Couldn't get enough of it. Now it's through the skates of Corey Perry, and he'll chip it out of the zone. It'll go down, but it won't be enough for an icing. The ref waves it off. Bowen Byram almost got the puck taken away by Ross Colton. Now gets to Eric Johnson. Johnson up the right boards to Andrew Cogliano. Cogliano up to Marcos over to Sturm. Sturm gets it taken away for a moment by Bogosian, and then it's chipped out of the zone by Tampa Bay. Kadri is on the second line. Yeah, that's what I thought. But I could still go for a fourth line goal. Who wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't want, the unsung guys to say it? Would it be bad to say Cogliano opens up the scoring for the Avs? No, because he actually tied game 4 as well. So he's been pretty active lately as Cogliano takes a shot, and that one is padded up and out of play off a save from Vasilevsky. So just as we're mentioning, Andrew Cogliano gets a good shot on goal, but Vasilevsky makes the save. 2:05 into the second period. Cogliano was one of the trade deadline acquisitions that the Avalanche made. They didn't make a whole lot. I know they were pretty big on trying to get Claude Giroux, but I think, and I feel like Avs fans can kind of, kind of agree with this, that they're probably better without him. I really do. So off the face-off, McKinnon with a shot, and that one is gloved and covered by Vasilevsky. Really good. That is now Shannon Blood says Landeskog. Unless you're ahead of me, nothing has happened. We'll see what happens, though. Patricia says college was really great. Awesome, Patricia. Awesome. Very awesome. Face off to the right of Andrei Vasilevsky. Won by Colorado. McKinnon off the faceoff. Takes a wrist shot high, and it goes over the net, but not in. And now Tampa Bay takes it. McDonough gets it over to Nick Paul, who tries to get it out. Intercepted by Colorado. As now McKinnon tries to weave his way through, but McDonough takes it away for the Lightning. McDonough feeds it over to Stamkos, now to Nick Paul. Nick Paul comes up the left side, and he'll backhand it where Kemper will just glove it and get a whistle. So Kemper just decides to not let any chaos happen and just get a face-off in the zone. A little bit of pushing and shoving after the whistle there, but that's kind of to be expected. Godzilla is Gabriel Landeskog, according to Shannon. I found this out last game. Cale Makar, 27 points this postseason. That's third among any player in the NHL this year, behind Connor McDavid with 33 and Leon Draisaitl with 32. So again, my money is still very much on Cale Makar to win the Conn Smythe if the Avs get it done tonight. He hit the like button and he is here. What is going on, Andrew? Good to see you as always, my friend. Hope you're doing well. We thank you for leaving a like and hanging out with us, man. We appreciate it 100%. If Tampa wants to win this, they need to focus on not getting a penalty. They've only had one so far. They've only had one, and they were able to kill it. So they certainly need to not have too many times being in the sin bin. What's going on, Andrew? Thank you so much for saying hi. As now Ruda dumps it into the zone for Tampa. As now Bellemare takes it away. Bellemare in the left corner. Bellemare gets it top of the point to Victor Hedman, who takes a shot that goes wide to the right side. Ruda keeps it in for Tampa. Nash chips it over to Pat Maroon. Pat Maroon now tries to feed it in front. Nobody home. Maroon gets it again. Takes a shot that hits the side of the net. Bellemare backhands it over to Maroon. Maroon trying to fight off Manson. Maroon still with the puck. Now he's in the left corner. Chips it over to Riley Nash. Nash back to Maroon. Maroon with a wraparound try, and that one is easily stopped by Kemper. And then the Avalanche are able to dump it out of the zone. And then O'Connor gets knocked down. Fans want a penalty there, but the ref says play on. What's going on, Patricia? I said hi to you earlier, Patricia, but again, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Nikita Kucherov with a shot that gets blocked to the left side. Palat just out of the reach of Stamkos. Now to Bogosian, over to Stamkos. Stamkos drops it for Kucherov. Kucherov backhands it over to Palat. Palat feeds it in front to Stamkos, and he couldn't get it on his backhand. Great feed, but couldn't get enough of it. As now Eric Johnson gets it, he tries to clear it out. He cannot. Kucherov chips it to Stamkos. Stamkos now over to Palat. Palat wraps it over to the right side to Chernak. Now over to Kucherov. Kucherov with a shot that deflects just wide to the right side. Chernak chips it in behind the net. Stamkos and Palat trying to get there. Now Lehkonen gets it, and he'll finally clear. And this one's going to go all the way down and be enough for a icing. So the face-off back in the Avalanche zone with 15:35 to go in the second period. Patricia says, okay, I missed you. I missed you too, Patricia. And we thank you as always for hanging out with us. Really do appreciate it. Water break, gain soon, then restroom. All right. The Stamkos was slow to make his way to the bench. We'll see if that keeps him from playing. He's just sitting on the bench right now, so he must be fighting something. I mean, granted, everybody's fighting something right now this late in the season. Face-off one in the zone by Colorado. Eric Johnson dumps it out. Will it be enough for another icing? You bet. So another icing here, just 7 seconds after the first one. So another face-off back in the Colorado zone. I think if you're Colorado, you really have to find a way to get the next goal. You got to get the crowd back into it. You got to get the momentum back on your side. If you allow Tampa to get up 2-0, it's going to get really quiet in the Ball Arena. Face off to the right of Kemper. Face off one again by the Avs. Eric Johnson hits it off the boards and out. This time, no icing. Arturi Lehkonen goes and gets it for Colorado, and he gets crunched by Hedman while dumping it in. It's taken away now by Mikko Rantanen. And now Kadri tries to get it, but it's taken away by Nick Paul. Paul tries to get out of the zone. He cannot. Taves keeps it in. Over to Kadri. Kadri now ranted it behind the net. Back to Kadri, but now Ruda, with enough time, will get it, and now he'll make a long pass over to the left side, try to get it to Nick Paul. Nick Paul, wow. It looked like he got there first, and the ref actually called an icing. Nick Paul is furious. He slams his stick against the boards and wants to know why. And I think he does have a relatively good case. He had a little bit of a step on the defenseman, but the ref blew the whistle anyway. That is crazy. Andrew says, go Avs, end it tonight. All right. So we know we're at. Andrew, if you haven't made a score prediction yet, let me know in the chat, my friend. We'll see what happens. Is the face-off here won by Colorado. Gets over to Cale Makar with a drive. That one is stopped. Rebound try, and they score! Valerie Nichushkin follows up on a rebound, and the Avalanche have tied it. So it started with a high-rising shot that Vasilevsky stopped, but he couldn't control the rebound. And then Valerie Nichushkin, right place, right time. He backhanded into the net and ties this game up here with just under 14 minutes to go in the second period. So that was a nice goal there. Nichushkin, his 9th goal of the playoffs, his 4th of the Stanley Cup Finals. He ties this game up here. So that was a big-time goal. Again, the Avs, they definitely need to get the next one to get the crowd back into it, and they've certainly done that. Valerie Nichushkin is taken away here by Colorado. As now Kadri drops it off to Comfort. Now over to Devontae Tays. Cogliano gets the top of the blue line to Makar. Makar with a wrist shot that gets blocked into the right corner. Give Cale Makar, by the way, the main assist, so give him another point. Gets him now 28 on the playoffs. Alex Killorn drops it off to McDonough. Ryan McDonough up the center of the ice. McDonough now into the zone, stays on sides. Cirelli takes a shot that gets blocked. It comes out of the zone again. Cirelli gets knocked down, no penalty. Here comes Tays, leaves it for 25. O'Connor now with the puck, gets it top of the blue line to Bowen Byram. Now to Tays, over to Byram again. Byram stops, now in the left corner, takes a sharp angle try, might have hit the side of the net or the post, and now looks like we're getting a penalty here as a slap shot from Jack Johnson goes high and wide of the net. Penalty coming up here against the Lightning. Bowen Byram stops, takes a wrist shot, gets blocked. Alex Killorn tries to get the puck, and he finally touches it here, and we get a whistle. 13:33 to go in the second period. The game is tied up at 1 thanks to a rebound goal from Valerie Nichushkin, his 9th of the playoffs, 4th of this Stanley Cup final. And excuse me, it looks like we're going to get coincidental minor penalties as JT Comfort goes to the bench, goes to the box as well for Colorado. So Alex Killorn goes for Tampa Bay. Comfort goes for the Avs. And so looks like we're going to be skating 4-a-side for the next 2 minutes with 13:33 remaining in the second period. But Valerie Nichushkin, as Colorado fans call my John out, the choo-choo train, gets himself his 4th of the finals and ties this baby up. Valerie Nichushkin, like several players in these finals, is going to make a hell of a lot of money in the offseason. He is a free agent, and he is somebody that is going to be very valuable on the market. Jean says, Makar going to make his mark. Well, he already has a point tonight. He got an assist on that goal. Jacob says 4-on-4. Yes, it is 4-on-4. Again, Alex Killorn going to the box for tripping, and I believe Comfort is going to the box for holding. So we'll skate 4-a-side for the next 2 minutes. And then Sean says choo-choo. Yeah, that's what I heard it. I heard it on the Avs radio broadcast when I was watching a replay of one of the games that Nichushkin scored in, and he said the choo-choo train. So I was like, I guess that's the nickname that some people call Valerie Nichushkin. So it kind of fits. It kind of fits with his name. So I guess that's what we'll call him. LA says it's a new game now. I mean, it certainly is, because now we're back even again. So it'll be interesting to see who gets the next goal and grabs momentum. And Sean, he did say before this period started that the Avs would tie it and then take the lead and be up 2-1 after two. So we'll see if Colorado gets the next one. I love how announcers say lucky bounce. Well, yeah, some of these goals sometimes they end up being lucky bounces. I mean, was that goal by Nichushkin a lucky bounce? I think it was more of just right place at the right time. It was a high-rising shot that Vasilevsky had to make the save, like up to his chest here. Couldn't control the rebound, and Nichushkin just whacked it in from the side. Jen says, come on, Kale. What's going on, Dylan? Good to see you as always, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Thank you as always for coming on and sharing and supporting. We really do appreciate it. Go ahead and smash that like button while you're here. You already know it helps out the channel. He says, let's go. Avs in 7. So he feels that the Lightning are going to grab the next 2. All right. Dylan, if you got a score prediction for us, let me know in the chat as well. Christian says, Avs win to Avs. All right. Colorado getting 3 straight, calling it right now. We'll see, as now the ice is opened up here with it being 4-on-4. As McDonough gets it over to Nick Paul, just out of the reach, though. I think they'll call him Micho or something small. Okay, as it looks like we're getting a penalty here, and it's going to be a trip against the Avs. So only 31 seconds into the 4-on-4, the Lightning will now go to their 3rd power play already in this one, as it looks like it's Cale Makar that goes to the sin bin. So, with 13:02 to go in the second period, Gabe tied at 1 now. The Lightning, who again have scored just once out of 16 tries in these finals in the power play, will get, like I mentioned before, their 3rd opportunity on the power play tonight. So let's see what happens here. 0 for 2 so far with 2 shots on goal for the Lightning power play. Here we go. It's a big moment here. A lot of time left, but still a big moment. Lightning have a chance to regain the lead if they can get this goal. Face-off will be to the left of Darcy Kemper. So here we go. It's now the ice now 4-on-3. It's a 4-on-3 power play. It's like so much open ice to stop shot from Stamkos, and that one is stopped by Kemper. Nikita Kucherov gets it over to Palat. Palat now to Kucherov. Kucherov comes up, leaves it for Palat. Palat on the right corner. Now to Kucherov. Kucherov slap shot from Stamkos, and a high riser misses the net. But Kucherov gets it right back at the top of the blue line. Kucherov waits, takes a wrist shot that gets blocked. Corey Perry regains it for Tampa. Kucherov now back to Perry, back to Kucherov. Kucherov now to Stamkos. Stamkos holds, drops it for Kucherov, who takes a wrist shot. It gets blocked. 50 seconds to go in the 4-on-3 power play. Kucherov holds, gives it over to Stamkos. Stamkos now to Perry. Back to Stamkos. Stamkos gives it to Perry, feeds it in front of Palat, couldn't get it to him. Now to Kucherov again. Kucherov to Palat. Palat now waits, gives it to Kucherov, gives it to Stamkos. One-timer, and that one is blocked. Good block by Josh Manson. And now Kucherov gives it to Stamkos. That one's blocked as well. And then Corey Perry couldn't get it on the rebound. Perry now to Kucherov. Kucherov waiting, give it to Stamkos, fakes the slap shot. Kucherov with a drive, and he scores! Nikita Kucherov with a bomb! He beats Darcy Kemper, and the Lightning have retaken the lead with 11:50 to go in the second period. It's 2-1 Tampa. I don't know why that happens every time I try to restart this. So we'll see it again here as they're showing it on the replay. And I'm not sure if Corey Perry might have gotten the piece. I don't think it is. I think that's strictly going to be Kucherov. It is his 8th goal of the playoffs. And finally, he gets his first goal of the Stanley Cup Finals. Number 86 scores. We still have 4-on-4 for the next 17 seconds. But with 11:50 to go in the second period, it's the Lightning who regained the lead. It's now 2-1. Haley says, yeah, never mind what I said 3 minutes ago. I don't remember. Well, I actually do, but we'll forgive you. Jacob says, Coochie. Nice. Caveman says, I was wrong. Bro, Avs ruining the moment right now. Well, it's only 2-1. A lot of time left. I got a jersey for you for Christmas. Very cool, Shannon. It's now Killorn behind the net. Is now Hagel, backhands it over, gets just out of the reach of Nick Paul. Now Hedman with a shot from a sharp angle, gets stopped by Kemper. Now Nick Paul over on the right side, looking for somebody, gets the puck loosened away from him, and McKinnon takes it away for Colorado. Gets knocked off the puck. Here comes Devon Toews up the right side. Toews gets it taken away by Hedman, and now Hagel comes up the right side for Tampa. Leads it for Stamkos. Stamkos takes a wrist shot, and that one gets blocked, doesn't even hit the net. Now Kadri comes up center of the ice, tries to get around a defender. It's taken away by Andre Palat, who will dump it back into the Avalanche zone. No icing here as Kucherov with a crunch hit on Eric Johnson there. Lightning putting on some pressure, taken away by Stamkos. Stamkos tries to make a pass. It gets blocked, and then the Avalanche take it away. Mikko Rantanen, he gets crunched by Stamkos in front of the Lightning bench. And now McDonough tries to get the Chernak, taken away by Colorado. They come in, Kadri with a high riser, and that one is gloved and covered by Vasilevsky. So I'm starting to see a trend here from Colorado. A lot of their shots have been high risers. And, one of them did work because it resulted in a rebound goal for Nichushkin. But for the most part, Vasilevsky has made some good saves. So show the slow motion of the goal from Kucherov. And again, it looked like Corey Perry may have gotten a piece, but it ended up being just Kucherov straight up. And finally, it took him until Game 5, but he finally gets himself his first goal of the finals. Face off in the Tampa zone, won by Tampa. Now, Maroon leaves it over to Riley Nash. Nash, he'll chip it in and go get it. Now, Andrew Cogliano gets taken away. The pass gets taken away by Maroon. Nash now with the puck. Riley Nash tries to get over to Maroon. Finally gets it to him. Maroon with a wraparound try, and Riley Nash had a wide open net with the puck just out of his reach. If he had gotten that, he would have easily tapped that one in. As now Bellemare drops it off to Maroon. Now over to Riley Nash, stops on a dime. Nash fighting along with Devon Toews on the right side. Now Maroon behind the net. Maroon used the power move. Leaves it to Sergachev. Sergachev now to Maroon. Backhands it into the left corner to leave it for Riley Nash. Edward Bellemare now with the puck. He's being pinned by Darren Helm and Devon Toews. And finally, Cale Makar takes it away for Colorado. Makar will slow it up. Leave it off for Andrew Cogliano, who comes up the center of the ice into the offensive zone. Gives to Helm. Helm with a shot that's easily sticked aside by Vasilevsky. Corey Perry now gets it to Bogosian. Back to Perry, who will backhand it back to Bogosian. He'll be behind his net and leave it for Sergachev. Now over to Edward Bellemare. We got 9 minutes exactly to go in this second period. 2-1 right now, Tampa Bay. Makes the most recent goal on the power play, nonetheless, from Nikita Kucherov. Just the second power play goal from the Lightning in this final. It's Corey Perry. Fakes a slap shot. Leaves it over to Ruda with a shot, and that one gets blocked. Jan Ruda with the puck again behind the net. Circles. Drops out top of the point to Hedman. Hedman now over to Perry. Perry with a wrist shot, and that one goes right into the stomach of Kemper, and he'll cover. 8:34 to go in the second period. Lightning back up in front by a goal, thanks to the first goal of the finals for number 86, Nikita Kucherov. Archduke says, my unpredictable prediction has been reached. It now needs to be iced until the game ends. Fair enough. Your prediction was 2-1 Tampa, so I'll give you that. Arch, your predictions are just the best. And then Kevin Brown says, good luck with that. Arch, it's going to be 4-2 with an empty netter, and Avs taking this pig home tonight. Jean feeling pretty good about that. Jan says, who did not expect the game? I think we all did. I did not expect Tampa to just roll over and die and just not even put up a fight. And they are putting up a fight tonight. That's for damn sure. And Brad says it's only half. Christian Santiago says 8-1. He's changing his prediction. Don't know why. It's not possible, but all right. You said 6-3. You said 6-3, Christian. But really, if you're Tampa Bay, you got to feel good, not just because you're obviously winning the game again, but also the fact that you were finally able to get another power play goal. Again, going into that specific power play, they were 1 for 16, the Lightning were overall in these finals. And now they're 2 for 17 with that goal. And granted, it was 4-on-3, but still, they had no excuse not to be able to get pucks to the net. They did, and Kucherov went top shelf off both bars and in, and got themselves the goal. And you know that Kucherov, a weight has been lifted off his shoulders, from finally getting it, because you could see how frustrated he's been this entire finals without scoring. You saw that also a little bit towards the end of the Eastern Conference Finals. So for him to just get that goal and get the Lightning the lead and everything, get the lead back, is huge for his confidence and the team's confidence as well. Avalanche channeling their inner 2014 San Jose Sharks here. I see they better not blow the series. Yeah, that would be pretty brutal, because the difference, though, is obviously if the Avs do it, it's in the Stanley Cup Finals. The Sharks did it in the first round, but still, regardless, no excuses. Face-off won by the Avs in their own zone. Steven Stamkos, 1 assist tonight, 4 hits, 2 blocked shots for the captain, so he's been involved. Vasilevsky chips it over to Sergachev. Sergachev now over to Eric Chernak. Chernak trying to make a long pass to Kucherov, just out of his reach. Palat now gets it to Kucherov, tries to make a nice backhand feed, gets it to Stamkos. Stamkos fires it on net, and that one is easily sticked aside by Kemper. And now here come the Avs the other way. Gabriel Landeskog, he'll dump it into the right corner. McKinnon got there first, tries to play it. Avalanche and Lightning fighting for it, and finally Stamkos backhands it all the way into the what appears to be the Lightning bench. So that was a high riser. Once again, guys, if we do have to go to a Game 6, it'll be Sunday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern on ABC, ESPN+, also on NHL 66. Game 6 will be back in Amalie Arena in Tampa Bay, Florida. So again, we've only had one road win so far that came back in Game 4 of the series. Nazem Kadri scoring the GWG. Lightning right now trying to make it 2 wins in a row for the road team and force a Game 6 as Brandon Hagel throws it in front of the net, nobody home. Kadri gives it to McKinnon, and McKinnon will dump it in. 7:36 to go in the second period. Still 2-1 Tampa. Nick Paul comes up the left side into the offensive zone. Now gives it off to Killorn. Alex Killorn in the left side gets taken away by Colorado. Cale Makar now plays it. Makar leaves it. It's taken away by McDonough, but then retaken away by the Avs. As now Rantanen dumps it into the left corner for Arturi Lehkonen. Lehkonen now a sharp angle try is whipped, and then a follow-up try also goes wide, and then Eric Johnson throws it in front and gets blocked. And then Brandon Hagel dumps it out of the zone and back down into the Colorado zone. Sean says, damn it, I knew they needed to shut down the damn neutral zone. Well, that wasn't really the reason that they gave up that second goal, but certainly need to lock it down, that's for sure. So now Eric Johnson has the puck, and we get a whistle here as, oh my, Pat Maroon just throwing down somebody on the Avs. I believe it's Nate McKinnon. I'm not sure what I just missed. I'm staring at the screen and I didn't see anything. So we're going to whistle with 6:46 to go in the second period as McKinnon went down, and I think Vasilevsky's helmet might have come off. Isn't that kind of ironic that they blow the whistle when Vasilevsky's helmet comes off? We'll see it again. As Nichushkin, he actually took a shot that hit Vasilevsky in the mask and then dislodged it. So that's what actually forced it. But, I mean, if we're to go off the rules again, shouldn't the play have continued there? I don't know why the whistle was blown. You are correct. You are correct, Jacob. Vasilevsky indeed has no mask. But I know what happened between Maroon and McKinnon. That was kind of strange. But no penalty was called there. Face-off in the Tampa zone with 6:49 again to go in the second period. And Tampa still up 1. Yeah, Vasilevsky, the helmet came loose and he just kind of pushed it off. Then the ref blew the whistle. But again, I wish they would show what happened between Maroon and McKinnon there. That was kind of crazy. John says, yep, and there was a whistle. What a joke. Very inconsistent, that's for damn sure. It's Makar feeds it over to Taves with a shot, and that one goes right into the glove of Vasilevsky, and he actually tried to play it, but the ref bails him out and blows the whistle. Vasilevsky does like to play the puck even in dangerous situations, and he did there, but the ref blew the whistle before he could. And John Cooper with a smile on his face saying, what was that? I think he was obviously wondering why the ref blew the whistle so quickly there. Face off again in the Tampa zone to the right of Vasilevsky. Face off won by Tampa, and it's dumped out of the zone. Right now, ESPN's talking to Dave Jackson. Here we go again with that rule. So feeds it off. Landeskog goes through his skates. He couldn't control it. He would have had a great chance in the slot. Kucherov trying to get a step on Taves. Backhands it to Palat, but he couldn't reach him. Kucherov trying to get the body there, but good defensive play by Devon Taves. Here comes McKinnon. Tries to weave his way through two Lightning defensemen, but he gets snuffed out by Hedman and Sergachev. Long feed there, tries to get it Cirelli. Cirelli may have a step. Anthony Cirelli has the puck go under his skates. It gets thrown in sharp angle, and Kemper's able to cover and gets a whistle. And then Nick Paul, he has his, I believe it's actually Corey Perry, he has his stick stuck in between Kemper's equipment, and the ref finally blows the whistle there. So twice now in the last couple of seconds, Tampa Bay almost had themselves a partial breakaway. First Kucherov, then Anthony Cirelli. This, again, guys, this feels very similar to what's it called? To Game 4, where, you know, you look at it, Colorado actually has more shots than Tampa, but Tampa's winning. And Tampa's just been able to get some opportunities and they take advantage of them, where Colorado looks a little bit tight. They don't look as crisp as they've looked in other games. And again, I think it's the nerves of they have very little Stanley Cup Finals experience, and they're in it. They know how important this game is. They're one win away from winning the cup, and they're like, well, we don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like they're kind of like they're a little bit concerned. They're a little bit concerned. That's for sure. I think I got to plug in my phone, actually. So give me 1 second, guys, because we have a commercial break. So give me 1 second to plug in my phone. All right. So we doing this. All right. There we go. So my phone is plugged in. We're all good. We are all good. Sean says these refs are so biased. Feels a little bit like that. Better not be reffing or I might have to not like him anymore. Sean says, oh my God, I'm out, people. This is horse malarkey. Sean, don't go, man. Don't go. Stay with us. So these refs are fishermen? If they are, they're definitely Islander fans, am I right? Well, they are fishing for cheap-ass calls for Tampa. But Tampa's only taken advantage of one of those three opportunities, and while it has obviously given the Lightning the lead, you know, unless it ends 2-1, I don't think it'll end up being the reason that the Lightning win. But you never know. You fish once in Tampa, you're spoiled. Fair enough. John says, night, guys. Avs still going to get it 4-2. All right, John. Well, if we don't see you again, man, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We do appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button before you go. And as always, we will see you in the next live watch along. You take care, my friend. You take care. So here we go. As we're back to the action. 5:58 to go in the second period. Face-off won by Colorado in their own zone. Eric Johnson leads it over to Valeri Nichushkin, and he overskates the puck. And then Riley Nash gets knocked down. Lightning looking for a penalty there, but the ref says play on. Pat Maroon, he'll just slap shot it into the Avs zone. Tries to get his team to go get it, but then the Avs take it away and dump it out. Baruda takes it, and he dumps it right back in. So kind of a game of dumping the puck back in and out of the zone right now as Eric Johnson lifts it out. And here comes Kadri, leaves it over gets it to Kadri. He takes a wrist shot that just goes wide. Kadri looking to try to surprise Vasilevsky there. Nichushkin keeps it in. He drops it out. It's taken away by Killorn. Alex Killorn comes up the center of the ice. He's by himself at the moment. He stops, and he'll just dump it in. Nick Paul gets there first. He backhands it over to Brandon Hagel. He overskates the puck, but now Killorn gets it. Killorn fits it in front to Nick Paul, and the shot gets blocked in front. Here comes McKinnon now. McKinnon drops it off to Manson. Manson tried to get it back to McKinnon, taken away now by Brandon Hagel. Hagel comes in, and he'll just casually dump it into the zone. 4:47 to go in the second period. Tampa still up 2-1. Most recent goal, a power play goal from Nikita Kucherov. That puck is taken away at center ice. Palat, he tries to come in, and it gets broken up by Colorado. Nathan MacKinnon, he comes in on the right side. He has 53 shot attempts, 26 shots on goal, and just one goal so far in these Stanley Cup Finals. As now Nikita Kucherov almost was able to get the puck, but it's actually whacked out of play. Lightning looking for maybe a delay of game, but they're not going to get it. Kucherov, another just sigh right there as the frustration continues to mount for number 86. So, but he's definitely got to feel a little bit relieved that he got himself his first goal of the finals. Kevin says, game in Denver, got to get to the mountains for fishing. That's very true. Kevin says, no pressure on Avs, just wait. No wait. What's going on, Chun-Li? Good to see you again, my friend. Hope you're doing well today. We thank you as always for hanging out with us. Don't forget, man, smash the like button while you're here. He says, hi, Neil. Avs win it all tonight. Well, I still have my prediction for this one being 5-2 Avalanche, as now Bo Byram with a shot, and that one had to be stopped by Vasilevsky. But yeah, I mean, I feel pretty confident going into this game. But right now, Tampa Bay's got the lead. It's only one goal, but they have the lead regardless. And now Ross Colton, he comes in, has some space, feeds it in front to Cirelli, but he couldn't get a shot off. Cirelli and Colton fighting, and oh my, O'Connor goes down, and it's definitely going to be a penalty. He got hit up high, and I believe it was with a stick. Ref's going to look at O'Connor and see if it's going to be 2 or 4. We got the man himself, Isha's in the chat as well. He says, go Bolts. Thank you, Isha, as always, for hanging out with us, man, and showing the love. We appreciate it. Don't forget to smash that like button while you're here, my friend. Really do appreciate it. The refs right now are actually going to take a second look at this penalty to see, or maybe not. Not sure exactly. I think they were just trying to see who they ended up calling. It's Ross Colton going to the box, and it looks like it's going to be just 2 minutes, I believe, for him. So it's going to be a 2-minute high sticking penalty against Ross Colton here. So the Avs, who have definitely been dangerous on the power play, will now get a chance here to score on this power play to try to tie this one up. 2 minutes for high sticking to Ross Colton. PWR says, go Bolts. Love it. Face-off won by the Avs. They're 0 for 1 on the power play. Now MacKinnon with a drive, and that one goes to the right side. Comes out in front, but nobody was there to pick it up. Nick Paul trying to get it out for Tampa Bay, and he finally was able to backhand it, and it might have deflected out of play. Nick Paul shaking his head, saying that he doesn't believe that should be delay of game. Everybody in the stadium expecting delay of game. Nick Paul immediately he's continuing to shake his head. Don't think there's going to be a delay of game here. See it again on the replay. Yeah, it looked like it hit off Arturi Lekkonen's stick as well. So let's see it again in slow motion. Yeah, it is stick. It is stick. Chun-Li asked me, what am I sipping while I'm drinking my H2O? And I also got, as always, the glass of the Villa Piano homemade wine. Those are my two. Refs are currently talking right now. John Cooper doing this motion, explaining that that puck deflected off a stick, and looks like the refs agree with them, so it'll remain a 5-on-4 power play with 1:49 remaining on it for the Avalanche. Christian Santiago says Avs will tie it up. We'll see. This is a big opportunity for them. They've scored 6 power play goals in this series, so they've definitely had some success with it. They're 0 for 1 tonight, but that could change if they can get it here. Face-off won by Colorado. McCarr takes a wrist shot, and that deflects wide to the other side, redirects the other way, and then Chernak dumps it out and clears it for Tampa Bay. As now McCarr, he comes up again. McCarr with speed. McCarr drops it off to Rantanen. Mikko Rantanen now drops it back to McCarr. McCarr sets it up, leaves it over to Landeskog. Landeskog on the left side, now in the left corner, gives it to McKinnon. McKinnon, top of the point to McCarr. Now a slap shot by McKinnon, and that one gets blocked by Chernak. McKinnon now gets it top of the point to McCarr. McCarr now to Rantanen. Lose the puck, gets it back to McCarr. McCarr back to Rantanen. Rantanen tries to get a deflection from Landeskog, but it actually deflected off a stick of Ryan McDonough out of play. 1:01 to go on the Colorado power play. 2:44 remaining in the second period. Tampa still with a 2-1 lead right now. That was a really hard block from Eric Chernak on his left skate there, and he is wincing as he's on the bench right now. Face-off be to the left of Andrei Vasilevsky in the Lightning zone here. Face-off won cleanly by Tampa Bay. Sergachev will kill a couple seconds, and then he'll dump it back into the Colorado zone. Shannon says, his Tampa wine, hold the cup, hold the cup. I do have my wine tonight, so that's true. It's now an opportunity for Makar, and he tried to go a high riser, and he missed. And then Makar is screaming here. I'm not sure he's screaming who. Might be the refs. Might be looking for a penalty there. Let's see if they called it. As Makar, from his own zone, is able to weave through defenders, got past Sergachev, went for a high riser. Solid poke check there from Andrei Vasilevsky to deny him there. But I don't think that was a penalty. Yeah, it was clean. Let's go on, Mr. Hockey. Thank you so much for the comment, my friend. We do appreciate it. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream. Subscribe if you haven't already. Is he speaking some French? The shot there from Colorado goes wide. Lehkonen keeping it in for Colorado. Gets the top of the point to Makar. Makar sets it up, drops it over to Rantanen. Now back to Makar. Makar now to McKinnon with a drive, and that one is stopped and covered by Vasilevsky. And I will say this while I have a chance. Salut, Mr. Hockey. He says, salut, commente, toi, et tu, et ton, quien vote. Thank you so much for the comment, Mr. Hockey. Really appreciate your support tonight, my friend. So again, you see Makar leaves it to McKinnon, the one-timer, and Vasilevsky was able to make the save. It was a high riser. Actually went into the right armpit of Vasilevsky and made the save. Face-off won by Tampa. Chernak trying to weave it out of the zone, and he does. And Nick Paul almost created a 2-on-1 the other way. Now dumps it in. McKinnon now, 10 seconds to go in the power play. McKinnon stops. He's in the right corner, trying to fight off McDonough. McKinnon now behind the net. Gives it over to Kadri. Now to Makar. Makar back to McKinnon. Now Kadri with a drive, and that one is stopped by Vasilevsky. Lightning try to get out of the zone, and they do. And this one's going to go down, and Kemper will play it. And finally he does, but the ref blows the whistle, and we'll get a face-off in the Colorado zone with 1:34 to go in the second period. So a good kill there by the Lightning, as we'll see it again. As Vasilevsky, he got a glove on it, but not enough to cover it. But Anthony Cirelli was able to get it and clear it out of the zone anyway. So Andrei Vasilevsky looking very sharp right now in net for Tampa Bay. As the Lightning are 2 for 2 on their penalty kills, which is good considering the damage that Colorado has done on the power play in these finals. Mr. Hockey feels a goal is still coming for Colorado. He feels they'll get the next one and tie it up. Let's go on, Colin Smith. Good to see you as always, my friend. Thank you as always for hanging out with us. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream while you are here, my friend. Really does help out the channel. Face-off won by Tampa in the O-zone. Kucherov, puck just skates over him. Now Landeskog takes it away. Ruda trying to keep it in for Tampa. Ruda gets it back. Leaves for Kucherov. Now to Stamkos. He's all alone. And he overskated the puck. He was all alone in the slot. And we had a great chance, but he couldn't get a shot off. Now Rantanen comes in with a shot, and he just shot it wide. Rebound try is stopped by Vasilevsky. Lightning trying to get it. Here they come. Here comes Kucherov. Kucherov gets around, takes a shot, and that one just goes wide of Kemper. Lightning putting on some pressure. Palat now. 55 seconds to go in the second. Stamkos tried to feed it in front. Nobody was there. Sergachev keeps it in for Tampa. Now Palat with the puck. Andre Palat stops. Backhands it over to Kucherov. Kucherov gives to Sergachev. Sergachev fakes the shot. Gives it over to Slavchev from Kucherov. A high riser goes high and wide of the net. Now Hagel keeps it in for Tampa. Kucherov, puck skates over him. Now Hedman gets it. Take away by Kucherov. Now Stamkos with it. Stamkos waits. He still has it. Feeds it over to the right side, but the pass just misses Kucherov. He went on open net. Now a 2-on-1 maybe for Colorado. They come in. Nichushkin fakes the slap shot, and then he regains the puck. Nichushkin fights off Sergachev. 10 seconds to go in the period. Lightning trying to get out of the zone. That one misses. Will it be enough for an icing? No, the ref waves it off. Killorn trying to make one last play. 2 seconds, 1 second, and clock is going to expire. So that'll do it for the second period of play. So both teams get themselves a goal in that second period. Valery Nichushkin started it off with a rebound goal to tie it up. And then Nikita Kucherov on the power play gave the Lightning the lead back. So the Lightning still lead by a goal with just 20 minutes to go in this one. K-Ben says, wow, what a game. And also, Jacob says the same thing, what a game. Both teams with some really good chances right at the end there. Stamkos in particular, twice. One time he just couldn't get a shot off. In the second, he just decided to pass it instead of shooting it himself. But regardless, Tampa's got the 2-1 lead after 40. So, again, guys, what do you think so far of this one? How both teams have looked and what you think is going to happen in this final 20 minutes of action. But while I let you guys do that, we'll step aside for another moment to get another word from our sponsors.
All right, team, time to bet NFL games. Confidence.
I'm feeling a parlay with more legs than a spider.
So 9 legs?
Roll the dice, baby.
Indecision?
We pick one home favorite. I abstain.
You can't abstain.
Boring! 6-leg parlay, 2 home dogs, all hitting the over. Boom!
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and feel the NFL action like never before.
So once again, a big thank you and shout out to our sponsors over at DraftKings Sportsbook, as they always do, for sponsoring this live watch along and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network. Don't forget, guys, to go to DraftKings right now, sign up, use promo code THPN, get in your third period bets, and you tell them that Neil Villapiano sent you. Welcome to the second intermission report of Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Finals. It has been a good one and a close one, and after 40 minutes of play, the Tampa Bay Lightning still up by a goal, but they're now up 2-1 with 20 minutes to go. Again, if the Lightning win, we have a Game 6 back in Tampa. If the Avs get it done here in this third period, maybe even if they have to go to overtime, Lord Stanley's Cup is coming back to Colorado for the first time in over 2 decades. So this should be a lot of fun. This should be a lot of fun going into this final 20 minutes of play. Jacob says, if the Bolts win, I know why. It's because I had a thunderstorm here today. Fair enough. No, a little bit of an omen. Colin Smith says, Neil, Devil's podcast is lit. Thank you, Colin. I appreciate that. He's referring to my podcast, The Devil's State of Mind podcast, which covers the New Jersey Devils right here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel that covers the the New Jersey Devils on the Hockey Podcast Network. New episodes every Monday and Thursday. Just posted a new episode yesterday. So just search up Devil's State of Mind Podcast. Go subscribe to it. Leave a 5-star rating and show your support, man. Really appreciate it. Colin Smith says Devils 2001 champs. Ah, man, if only that was true. If only that was true. Neil's podcast, the only podcast you should listen to. You're damn right. You're damn right. Colin Smith says, I also listened to Locked On Avalanche, nice, and the Soda Pod. And then Colin Smith says Devils Dynasty, nice. Let's go on, Avionics. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. We thank you, as always, for hanging out with us. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream while you're here. He says, hi, guys. I know I'm late. What's the score? Also, Sean, catch me up on Peanut Butter News. Avionics, 2-1 Tampa after 40 minutes of play. Avionics, you're not too late to leave me a score prediction for the rest of this one. Let me know. But let's see here. We got some more comments. Sean says, in favor of Tampa, 7-6. Fair enough. Fair enough. What's going on, Jacqueline? Jacqueline just joined the Hockey Podcast Network as a subscriber in the last stream that we did, but she's here tonight for this third period. What's going on, Jacqueline? Good to see you again, my friend. Hope you're doing well. We thank you for hanging out with us. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream while you're here. She says, hi, guys. I'm watching the game. Go Bolts. Love it. Colin Smith says, Devils 2003 champs. That is correct. Jacqueline says, hey. What's going on, Jacqueline? Chun-Li is giving a late score prediction. He believes that the Avs are going to get the next 2 goals, including the game winner in overtime. So we get some drama, get some excitement in the Stanley to finish off the Stanley Cup Finals. Nice. PWR says go Bolts. Colin Smith says go Yanks. Avionics with a late score prediction. He's going to say 4-3 Tampa. Interesting. So we've had 3 goals through 40 minutes, and he believes 4 goals at least are coming in this one. Lauren says, in Steelers news, outside of Chase Claypool, Omar Khan made his first move as GM by signing Lauren Ogunjobi. Oh, interesting. The guy from the Bengals. That's a good signing for them. I think it was like a 1-year deal, I heard. Jacqueline says, hey, what's going on again, Jacqueline? Thank you for hanging out with us. I don't care who wins. I'm not a big fan of either team. Yeah, I mean, again, look, for a lot of us, we are all just hockey fans. We're all just enjoying some really good hockey. And we got a good game tonight. I have been very fortunate that every game that I've been able to cover here in this series has been a close game. The 2 games I've done so far have gone to overtime, and we'll see if we'll have to play more. I would honestly because again, it was 2-1 Tampa going into the third period in Game 4. This feels very similar to Game 4 in the whole standpoint of maybe this will have to go to overtime. Jacqueline says no. Not sure what you're referring to. She says, are we all excited? I'm excited. I hope you guys are as well. This has been a lot of fun. Avionics says no overtime. Okay, so you're expecting both teams to come out and really light the lamp in the third. All right. What's going on? All right, like it. Jacqueline say with another emoji. Avionics probably, not the Avs. What's going on, Be Strange? Thank you so much for saying hi. We do appreciate it as always, Be Strange. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream as well as subscribe if you haven't already. So thank you so much to everybody for hanging out with us tonight. This has been so much fun. Could this be the last live watch along we do this season? If the Avs win, it looks like it'll be that way. But if not, we'll have at least one more for Game 6 on Sunday. Lauren says, if the Avalanche win the Cup, are you still going to be live streaming other NHL-related stuff like the offseason? Absolutely. We do a bunch of stuff here on the YouTube channel other than just live watch-alongs. We're probably going to try to do more once we get fully into the offseason. I think there probably is a plan to maybe do a live stream of the NHL draft coming up in a couple of weeks and things like that. So stay tuned for all that. And that's why I tell you guys to punch that notification bell so you don't miss any new live watch-alongs that we do here on, well, not just live watch-alongs, but any content that we do here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel. So make sure you stay tuned for that. What's a trade the Canucks and Devils could do? I think there's a bunch of them that they can do, Avionics. I think the one that stands out to me, well, there's two that stand out to me. One is making a move for JT Miller, which I don't think the Devils would do for the second overall pick in this year's draft, but they could make a move for JT Miller if the Canucks really, really want to move on from JT and not try to keep him long term, or they could try to make a play for Pavel Zacha, because it's been reported in the past that the Canucks have shown interest in the Devils' restricted free agent center/left winger. So I think that there's a deal that could be made. It's just a matter of, do both teams feel like that they really want to do it? So that would be my answer to that question. Jacqueline says, Pokemon, I play Pokemon. Sorry, off subject. No worries. Jacqueline, we go off subject a lot here during these live watch-alongs, especially during the intermission reports. I used to watch Pokemon a lot when I was a kid. I used to collect cards. I know my brother was a big card collector back in the day. I played a little bit of that Pokemon Go, which I thought was kind of boring and kind of ridiculous after a while. But yeah, that was pretty much my involvement. Janet says 4,000 million people in this chat. Come on, that's badass. I wish that would be nuts if we had that, if we ever get to having that many. That would be absolutely crazy if that would end up being the case. That would be nuts. Jacqueline with the laughing emojis. Lawrence says, will the Thursday Night Football game, the opener in week 1, be live streamed? Not sure yet. Again, Lauren, like I mentioned in the last stream, because you asked me the same question about the Pigskin Podcast Network doing stuff on YouTube, I would say that we're not going to know really for another 2 months, maybe. Like once we get into training camp, I think it'll be a little bit clearer. And then probably we'll do some preseason games to test it out and go from there. So my advice would be to just, remain patient and, it'll come. It will come, and we'll go from there. So, but here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel, I've talked about it before and I'll mention it again. I'm really just so thankful for all of you guys. Throughout the entire year, I've done so many of these. I've met a lot of really, really great people and done a lot of fun things. By the way, there's a massive double rainbow just outside the Ball Arena in Colorado. They just showed it on ESPN. That is gorgeous. That is crazy. A double rainbow. Maybe it's some luck for Colorado. But yeah, it's been so much fun doing these with you guys since I started back in October. It's crazy how big our channel has grown. We have well over 2,000 subscribers. We've grown so much. We've gotten so many people on here that come on here consistently. And again, as always, thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to hang out with us, and share your support. It really means a lot to all of us. ChunLi says, removing JT this year would be a mistake. Myers or Besser would be a better idea. Yeah, and the Devils have been reportedly interested in Brock Besser. Don't know where anything is on that at this point. Emily says, Neil, would you say you like a nice wine? The honest truth, Avionics, I will say this. I am not a wine connoisseur. I don't know a whole lot about it. I am very used to the homemade wine we make here in my house because of my dad, keeping the family tradition. So I wouldn't, but there are wines out there that I like, but I would say mostly I'm a big fan of my own wine. That's of my dad's wine, family wine. Chad says, your parents aren't yelling, so I guess not good for Yankees. I don't even know what's going on with the Yankees, to be quite honest with you. What's the deal? What's the deal? I don't know. Ask my brother. Hey, Jeff, what's going on with the Yanks? Could you just tell me the score? They're down 3-1 in the ninth. All right. So they're down the Yankees are down 3-1 in the bottom of the ninth with 2 men on?
What?
With 2 men on? I could flip over. Oh, no, I can't.
Yeah, 2 men on.
No, I can't. I just realized
You can't.
Freaking Amazon doing their BS tonight. Actually,
So this is 2-1?
did I answer your question? Have you not been watching?
No, I can't.
Bro, you have been watching, though. I know you have. Anyway, Jacob says, I'm the biggest fan. You're one of the longest tenure, Jacob. That's for sure. That's for sure. You jumped on here in one of the early months that we were doing this. That's for damn sure. And we appreciate you. Favorite Pokemon? Dude, I'm going to need some time with that one. Lauren says, I can't wait until this postseason is over so that I can focus on my Halos. That'll be the latest that the season will end will be this upcoming Tuesday if it goes 7 games. So could end tonight, could end Sunday, or it could end Tuesday. We shall see. Jacqueline says, cheers. Cheers, Jacqueline. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. Jacob, it's amazing how he remembers this. He's the 450th sub that subscribed to our channel. So we were kind of getting off to a good start, and then Jacob got on before we really kind of like took off. Lauren continues to treat her Halos like a lifeless team. So obviously she's not thrilled about her team. And luckily with baseball, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So still a lot of time left. Christian Santiago says, let's go Avs. Nice. Jacqueline says, shiny Crobat. I have a bat tat. Very cool, Jacqueline. Very, very cool indeed. So before we get underway in this third period, guys, we're going to step aside for another quick moment to get into the word from our sponsors.
All right, team, time to bet NFL games. Confidence.
I'm feeling a parlay with more legs than a spider.
So 9 legs?
Roll the dice, baby.
Indecision?
We picked one home favorite. I abstain.
You can't abstain.
Boring. 6-leg parlay, 2 home dogs, all hitting the over. Boom!
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and feel the NFL action like never before.
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are about ready to get underway in the third period. Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Lightning again up 2-1 going into this third. And again, what's at stake? If the Lightning hold on and win, they force a Game 6 back in Tampa on Sunday. If the Avalanche come back and win, they win the Stanley Cup for the second time in franchise history and the first time since 2001, which they also won on home ice. So there's that. Christian says, who will win tonight? It's anybody's game, honestly, the way it's been going. Jacqueline with the emojis here. Isha's back saying, please, Tampa. Go Tampa Bay. Love it, Isha. Love it, man. And here we go as the puck has been dropped and the third period of Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Finals is underway. Live money line right now, minus 180 to Tampa, plus 150 to Colorado. Those are the updated odds. Go to DraftKings right now. Put some money down on those odds if you like them. Lightning with the first shot that just goes wide. Christian says, let's go Avs. Sean feels the Avs are going to tie it up. Would not surprise me. It'd be just like game 4. Avalanche this postseason have 9 comeback wins. They are one shy of the NHL record, which would kind of be a perfect fitting for them to perfect cap off to the season if they were to come back and win tonight and win the Stanley Cup. That'd be pretty crazy. Shannon says, go both. I love these teams. There we go. Lawrence says, the reason I treat the Halos like a lifeless team is because they are one and they play like one. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I guess it's more of a bad thing considering you're calling them lifeless. Now Kadri with a high-rising shot, and that one is gloved and covered by Vasilevsky. Again, I mentioned this back in the second period. Seeing a trend from the Colorado Avalanche. They are going very high. They're going up high when they're shooting at Vasilevsky. Stanley Cup final history, teams when leading after 2 periods when facing elimination are 45-7 at an 87% rate. So the odds, definitely it's a pretty good favor with Tampa Bay, but they got to get some more goals here. Eli says, since I'm underage for alcohol, in my country, I mix root beer with a fine 1888 Coca-Cola. Nice. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Just about a minute into this third period, as now Stamkos trying to take a toe drag shot, gets blocked. Rantanen trying to get around a couple of guys, and then Palat knocks him down. Ref says play on here as the Avs fans furious that no penalty was called there. Puck goes all the way back down into the Tampa zone. No icing. As now the Lightning will play it behind their own net. Bellemare comes up the right boards, and he gets crunched by Jack Johnson, who has laid the body 3-4 times tonight. He has been a big hitter in this one, trying to finally get to that elusive Stanley Cup. As now Vasilevsky will play it behind his own net, off the boards, gets it to Maroon. Maroon slowly makes his way, drops off for Bellemare. Bellemare back to Maroon, now back to Bellemare. Devon Toews intercepts. Bellemare intercepts from him. Bellemare and Toews now with it. Now Maroon wraps it around the boards over to the right side where the Avalanche will immediately go and get it. Newhook will just dump it in to the Lightning zone. Vasilevsky plays it around Connor. Now he gets it over to Ruda, who had the first goal of the game back in the first period. Lightning have scored a goal in each of the first 2 periods. Avs did not score in the first, but did get one in the second. So we get a hand pass here on icing against the Lightning here as we are just 2:08 into the third period. Once again, guys, if there is a Game 6, it'll be this Sunday evening on ABC and ESPN+, also on NHL 66. And we will also be live streaming that one, of course. Game 6 will be back in Tampa Bay. Andrew says, what are you doing? Well, I'm live streaming this game right now. That's what I'm doing. Andrew says, how was your day today? My day was very good. Andrew, thank you for asking. And as always, excited to be on here with you guys. There's Chernak with a shot that's gloved down by Kemper. What I have for dinner? I had a salad. I had a very good salad, which I was happy about. What's going on, Adam? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. We thank you, as always, for hanging out with us. As now Toews leaves it to Makar. Makar takes a wrist shot. That one gets blocked, and it goes through his legs and in! Oh, my goodness, what a weird goal! As Vasilevsky made the original stop, I think it hit off of somebody's skate and in, but it goes through the legs of Vasilevsky, and the Avs have tied this game up at 2. So an unfortunate bounce as a hit off of Eric Chernak in front. Hit off his skate, went through the legs of Vasilevsky and in. And the Avs on a bounce tie this game up at 2 here early in the third, which is exactly how Game 4 went. So it looks like, guys, I'm going to say this again. Here we go again. Adam says, hey, Neil, has now an opportunity for Colorado, and that one is gloved down by Vasilevsky. Hey, Neil, I put a max stake on Tampa. If they lose, I could be in financial trouble. I just felt like they wouldn't let the series end here. Well, now it's tied, so I'm sure you're a little bit nervous. Some people in chat not happy right now. Adam says, what? I'm broke. Kevin says, puck luck. It is not over yet. It's only tied with 17-17 to go in this third period. Sean says, goal. OMG, I was cooking something. as it looks like it's going to be Valeri Nichushkin that gets the goal. And if it is his, it's his second of the night, his fifth of the finals. He has really, really stepped up in these finals. Avionics says, like I said, anybody's game. It is indeed anybody's game. Now the Avalanche with a turnaround shot by Kadri is covered by Vasilevsky. He had to look back to make sure it didn't squeak past him. But Valeri Nichushkin, the man of the moment right now for Colorado, having scored both of the goals here in this one for Colorado. And like I said, this feels so similar to game number 4. Lightning had a 2-1 lead going into the third. Avs tied it up early in the third, and then we went to overtime. So we'll see if we have it again as a shot there gets blocked. Lawrence says, these Avs are not the choke artists they were anymore. Regardless of what happens tonight, I was wrong about them all along. I like that you admit that. As Nick Paul gets crunched into the left boards, no penalty. What's going on, Artie? Good to see you, man. I actually interviewed this guy on my podcast like last year, but good to see you, my man. Hope you're doing well. That shot gets deflected in front, and Kemper's able to cover. But Artie, while you're here, man, if you haven't already, leave a like on the stream as well as subscribe. Really helps out the channel, man. He says, I don't think Tampa's going to go down quietly. That's just how they've been since 2020. Yeah, I mean, look, I mentioned it before that Tampa's just not going to go down without a fight. They're the two-time champs. They're going to give it everything they can in this final 20 minutes. And right now they're tied, but they could certainly get that goal right back. You know what happens when a snowball rolls down the mountain? Everyone dies, unfortunately. Becomes an avalanche. Tampa won't go without a fight. I wouldn't be surprised if the Avs win it again. I don't think it would surprise anybody. As Stamkos gets tripped from behind, both Lightning screaming for a penalty there, but the ref does not call it. Christian feels like this one's going to overtime. Artie says, Artie liked the video, my man. Glad all is good. Thank you, Artie, man. Everything's going well. Hoping that next Devils hockey season will be way better than the one we just experienced this past year. And I didn't get a chance to tell you this, but thank you so much for the game day posts that you let me use for the season. I really appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it. As here we go. We're just about 4 minutes into this third period. Valeri Nichushkin off a lucky bounce ties the game up at 2, his second of the night. Is now Pat Maroon with the puck. Maroon on the right side, trying to keep it in. He does. Now he's in the right corner. Leaves it for Colton, who gets boarded into the right corner there. Riley Nash whacking away at it as well. As now McDonough throws it at the net, but it gets deflected up and out of play. They get a face-off. Avion says, I'll just drink some root beer and 1888 Coca-Cola and forget about that goal. All right. That's a good way to look at it. Kevin Brown saying Esposito is waiting with clubs. Well, he's actually at the game because he's the color commentator on the radio for the Tampa Bay Lightning. So it's kind of a fun fact in case some of you didn't know that, actually. Face-off will be to the left of Kemper in the Colorado zone right now. Sean thinks it's not only going to go to overtime, but double overtime if it's going to overtime. We'll see. Still got 15 and a half minutes to go in the third. Now the Lightning go back and retrieve the puck. Hedman off the boards. Try to get it to Perry. Got broken up. Lightning have to go back and play it again. Vasilevsky behind his own net. Passes it over to Corey Perry. And here come the Lightning. Cirelli chips it in and lets Ross Colton go and get it. Eric Johnson gets there first. Now it's taken away by Tampa. Colton in the right corner gets it top of the point to Ruda. Ruda stops, takes a wrist shot through traffic. It gets blocked in front. Ruda gets it again and throws it at the net, and that soft shot gets blocked as well, and the Avalanche get it out of the zone. And then Bowen Byram dumps it in. Shots on goal, 31-21 in favor of the Avalanche at this point. As now Brandon Hagel tries to drop it off to his teammate, but it's taken away by a Avalanche player, and he dumps it in again. Ruda now in the left corner. Now Killorn leaves it for Hedman. Now he gets it to a streaking Nick Paul. Nick Paul gets the puck knocked off him and into the Colorado zone. Jean is back in the chat. He says, oh my Christ, will the Avs just take the body? Refs are already biased. Clean them out, boys. Clean them out. I think Jean wants the series to end tonight. A lot of people do, and certainly Avs fans. As the Lightning dump it into the zone here, it's taken away, and here comes Cale Makar up the left side. Cale Makar tries to get around Sergachev. He does for a moment. He's being pinned by 3 Lightning players. Now the Lightning take it away. Andre Palat trying to get a step on Byron, but a good stick check there. 13:50 and ticking to go in the third period. Game tied at 2 right now. Is now Nathan McKinnon trying to get a step on McDonough. He couldn't get it. McDonough with the puck again, being pinned by Landeskog. Gets it over to Eric Chernak. Slowly gets to Kucherov and makes a long feed just out of the reach of Stamkos, but he goes back and regains it. Gives it to Kucherov. Kucherov then will backhand it into the zone before the Avalanche chip it out. JT Compher now trying to get around a defender, and it gets broken up. And then the Avalanche dump it right to Vasilevsky, who will play it to McDonough and keep the play going. Good to see you again, Carson. Thank you for the comment. The Daddy, Neil, thank you so much. Remember, there's still a lot of hockey left. You were absolutely right, Sean. And that was indeed it was kind of a lucky goal, to be honest with you, Andrew. It kind of was. But you need some bounces every now and then. Jacqueline says it is indeed 2-2 right now. It is. 12:50 to go in the third. As now comes Pat Maroon up the left side. Maroon, he goes up. Now he's in the left corner. Throws it in front, but it goes wide. Ruda keeps it in for Tampa. Ruda chips it over to Maroon behind the net. Maroon tries to feed it in front, but couldn't get it to Bellemare. And then the Avalanche couldn't get it out, though, as Riley Nash keeps it in. He backhands it into the left corner. Pat Maroon now. He's in the left side. He's being pinned. Nash gets the puck. Gets to top of the blue line. Takes a shot, and that one just goes wide to the left side. Some good pressure here by this fourth line of Tampa Bay. Alex Newhook with the puck. Tries to chip it out. Couldn't get it to Kadri. Lightning continue to keep it in. Riley Nash with the puck again. He's being pinned by Alex Newhook. Nash gets it. Top of the point. Gets to Sergachev. Sergachev takes a wrist shot and bring it off the post. Oh, he definitely beat Kemper glove side, but he rang it off the post. Would have been a massive goal there. Sergachev leaves it for Colton. Colton comes in with a wrist shot. It hits off the mask of Kemper. Colton throws it in front from a sharp angle and it gets blocked. So Lightning putting on some good pressure in these last few seconds. Sergachev goes back and retrieves it for Tampa Bay. To Bogosian. Keeps it in for Colorado, though. Colorado gets it. Rantanen throws it in front. That one's deflected, but a good save by Vasilevsky. Bogosian gets knocked down by McKinnon. No penalty. Bogosian regains the puck, hits it off the net. Sergachev comes up in the air. Where's the puck? Comes out in front, but the Lightning get it. Here comes Brandon Hagel. Hagel tried to get it to somebody, but nobody was home. As now the Lightning get it again. McDonough off the boards. Lightning stay on sides in the offensive zone. It's being pinned right now on the right side. Devontae's trying to chip it out of the zone, and he does just that. Eric Chernak will go back to get it. Eric Chernak now stops behind his own net with exactly 11 minutes to go in this third period. Game tied at 2. Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Finals. This one's taken away. Here comes Cale Makar with a shot, and a high riser deflects up, stays in place somehow. Now the Avs will go back and retrieve it. Now it gets the Bowen Byram, comes back in. Bowen Byram with a slap shot, and that one is stopped. Looking back is Vasilevsky, but he makes the save, and we get a whistle. 10:39 to go in the third. Things have picked up a lot here in this third period with the game right now tied at 2 goals apiece. Let's see here. Sean says, we want the cup. Carson says 3-2 Tampa. Shannon says, yes, please. Lots of hockey, Sean. Jacqueline with the bolts emojis. If it'll let me show it. Andrew says, I can't stay. See you after I'm out. No worries, Andrew. Thank you so much as always for hanging out with us. Let's go on. Bone Cold Fleece Austin. Thank you so much for leaving a comment, my friend. We do appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button as well. And also subscribe if you haven't already. It says, these are the players I can see scoring the game winner. Makar, McKinnon, Kucherov, Maroon. So those are his 2 picks for both teams. Like it, Bone Cold. Like it a lot, man. So sad Tampa can't just run the show and the Avs have to be afraid of every penalty on the planet. Fair enough. Let's go on Cheezy Bacon Burger in that mouth. Good to see you again, my friend. Hope you're doing well. He says, goodbye to the Lightning. Well, game's tied right now, but it could end tonight. You never know. Kevin says, Bruins fan here. I don't want to think about off-season yet. Unfortunately, as a Devils fan, I've been thinking about the off-season since since like January. So shows you how much been tough. Jean says, thanks, Neil, by the way. You're awesome. Thank you, Jean, for the compliment, man. Really appreciate you guys, all of your guys, like wonderful comments. You guys are great. Andrew says, I'm still here. Hit the damn bodies, boy. Andrew says, we want the cup. Sean says, we want the cup, baby. And then Shannon ends it with cup. But things have picked up. Again, if you're just tuning in, Jan Ruda got the only goal of the first period, made it 1-0 Tampa after 20. Both teams got a goal in the second period. Valerie Nichushkin for Colorado, Nikita Kucherov on the power play for Tampa, made it 2-1 Tampa going into this third period. And then just a couple minutes into the third period, Valerie Nichushkin off the skate of a Lightning player and through the legs of Vasilevsky gets his second of the night and ties this game up at 2, and that's where we are. Sean says, Neil the man, thank you. Thank you. Carson saying, Daddy Neil, thank you. Archduke says, the cup. It is the cup. Jean says, cup is coming home tonight. Sorry, Tampa fans. And fuck your shorts if you get the reference. I mean, I don't, but all right. Face off. One here in the zone by Tampa. And they'll flip it out. Goes up in the air. Colorado chips it back in. Valerie Nichushkin will get there first in the right corner. Backhands it in front, but couldn't get it to Landeskog. Landeskog now loses the puck. McDonough now retrieves it for Tampa Bay. He gets it, hits off the stick of a Tampa player, goes all the way down, and it'll be enough for an icing with 10:13 to go in the third period. The game's still tied at 2. Sean says, Avs shall get the cup. Got to get the next goal. Jean says, champagne and champions tonight. Okay. Every fan in the arena is on their feet right now, waving those pom-poms, towels, whatever. I think they're pom-poms. Because they're trying to will their team to get it done. It's very late here where I am, and I have not had coffee. If you can somehow stay up, man, that's impressive. Stanley Cup is indeed in the building. I'm surprised that ESPN hasn't shown it yet. I'm surprised because usually they show it like when they get this close, but I think because the game is tied right now, they're not. Lightning this postseason facing 4th 50-win team. First team in NHL history to face more than 2 teams who have won 50 or more games. So they have faced the cream of the crop in many ways, some of the best teams in the NHL over all this time, and they are here in the Stanley Cup Finals, and they're looking to try to at least force a Game 6 and keep their chances of winning a third straight Stanley Cup alive. So now Hagel leaves it for Killorn. Alex Killorn behind the net with Nick Paul. Killorn whacking at it with Mikko Rantanen, and now to Nick Paul. Nick Paul looking for some help, gets it over to Killorn. Killorn takes a turnaround shot that goes wide. So now the Lightning trying to keep the puck in again. Puck is right now behind the net to the left of Darcy Kemper. Now it's finally jarred away. Kadri trying to weave his way through, but he can't. Now Alex Killorn gets the puck. Killorn fighting off Kadri, gets it to Hagel. Hagel gets crunched by Eric Johnson in the left corner. Hagel one-hands it to Killorn. Killorn now tries to make a pass. It gets broken up by Colorado, and they'll finally get out of the zone where Arturi Lehkonen will dump it in. Andy is back. Good to see you, Andy. Thank you so much again for hanging out with us. We hope you're doing well. Don't forget to smash that like button while you're here. 9 minutes exactly to go in this one. Game still tied at 2 as Riley Nash with a backhand try just goes wide of Kemper and goes all the way back into the Lightning zone. As now McDonough plays the puck, gets over to Nash, hits off his stick and pops up right into Kemper's stomach, and he'll just cover it, and we'll get a whistle. 8:46 to go in the third. Game still tied at 2. Do the Avs finish it off and win the Stanley Cup here on home ice? Or do the Lightning find a way to play like champions and force a Game 6 back in Tampa? While we get a quick break in the action, we'll step aside for just another moment, I believe. Are we going to commercial break? No, we're not. Okay, we're not. Not yet. Still back to the action here with 8:46 to go in the third. Face-off will be to the left of Darcy Kemper in the Colorado zone. Both teams' top line is on right now. Stamkos wins the draw for Tampa, gets to Sergachev. Sergachev gives to Kucherov. Kucherov with a wrist shot, and that deflects just wide. Cale Makar gets it for Colorado, and they're able to get it out. Here comes JT Compher. He gets the puck taken away by Palat for a moment, and then Stamkos regains it. Now Kucherov comes into the zone. Kucherov stops, tries to feed it over to the left corner for Palat. Palat chips it over to Stamkos, who will backhand it, tried to get it to Kucherov, but Makar takes it away instead. Avalanche slowly get out of the zone and back down into Tampa zone. Will be enough for an icing? I believe it is. So it'll be an icing here against Colorado with 8:14 to go, and Makar is hurt. Oh no, Cale Makar is hurt. He is struggling to put weight on one of his legs. I'm not sure what happened there, but he is in some amount of pain right now, and this is not the right time for Makar to be severely hurt, but he's staying on the ice right now. Jared Bednar yelling at the ref, I think, asking why he can't come off the ice, especially when he's hurt. But Makar right now playing through some injury. He has a goal and an assist, so actually they gave that second goal to Cale Makar because he was the last one on the Avs to touch it. Now McDonough with a shot through traffic goes wide. Now Devontae's backhands it just out of the zone. Valeri Nichushkin now dumps it in as both teams make a change with 8 minutes to go in this one. So Nick Paul with Landeskog. Landeskog takes it away. Nichushkin now over to Manson. Manson with the long pass out of the reach of McKinnon, and it'll be enough for an icing here. 7:48 to go in the third as Makar is hunched over on the Avs bench right now, definitely in some discomfort. But I definitely expect him to continue to try to play, though. Definitely. Ken Brown says can't leave the ice. He was struggling. To put any weight on it, but we'll see if he continues to play. Offensive zone time, 13:31 for the Lightning, 10:35 for the Avs. So that's kind of been one of the few things that you could definitely say the Lightning have had more success with, I guess. Face off one off the draw from Colorado. Kucherov throws it in, and it goes to the right corner. Avalanche try to keep it in the zone. They cannot. And then it's going to be an offsides here against the Avs with 7:34 to go in this third period. As we are getting closer and closer to the end of this period, we're still tied at 2, guys. And this feels more and more like we may have to play more than 60 to determine this one. But before we continue on here, ladies and gentlemen, we'll step aside for a quick moment to get another word from our sponsors. So this has been a good one, ladies and gentlemen. As you look at it and you've seen so far, Tampa got the only goal in the first period. Both teams got a goal in the second. And then so far here in this third, Colorado has the only goal. And now we are tied at 2 goals apiece. This has been great. This has been a really, really good game. What's going on, Shane Van Nice, or Van Ice as I call him, or the Iceman? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Shane, you already know the drill, but while you're here, make sure to hit the like button while you're here. It really does help out the channel. Oh, ESPN is showing that the keepers of the cup walked in earlier today with the Stanley Cup, and we know that if the Avs win this one, the Stanley Cup is going to be rewarded to the Avalanche. All the hockey fans of all teams, I'm sure we can agree, this has been a fun year, even for the Habs fans. I'm excited for next year, and you should be too. It has been great because this is the first normal year since the beginning of 2019 that we've had in the NHL, and next year should really be even more normal than this past year, and it's just great that we're getting back to what we're all used to and what we really enjoy, and that is just great, authentic playoff hockey and just hockey in general, which is wonderful. So the puck is back into the Avs zone here. As now Eric Johnson comes up the right side. He bounces it off the boards and just gets it into the Tampa zone. And then that shot flicks right to Vasilevsky and will cover. And then we have some pushing and shoving as Cogliano and Maroon with some choice words there. So we get a stop with 7:07 to go in this third period. Shots are currently 36-25 in favor of Colorado. And that's been pretty much what it's been since towards the end of the first period. But, both of these goaltenders, while they have given up some tough goals, they've also made some really good saves. So it's been the second game in a row where both goaltenders are pretty much even, have actually made some really good point-blank saves. There's now Chernak behind his own net, leaves over the left side to Ryan McDonough. McDonough tries to get it out of the zone. He cannot. Chernak goes back and gets it for Tampa Bay. He backhands it over to I believe that was Andre Palat, yes. Now McKinnon gets it over to Devon Toews. He comes up the left side and into the left corner in the Tampa zone. Devon Toews still with the puck. Toews gets the puck taken away from him by Stamkos, makes a long feed to Kucherov. He may have a step. Kucherov stops, waits for his teammates. Kucherov leaves it there to Sergachev. Now to Hedman. Sergachev with it. Sergachev holds. Now to Hedman in the left side. Leads a one-time shot, and he scores! Andre Palat just gets it through the legs of Darcy Kemper and in. And with 6:22 to go in the third, the Lightning have retaken the lead. It's 3-2 Tampa. And to be honest with you guys, that was another one that I think, honestly and truly, Kemper should have had. It went through his legs, it hit a bunch of stuff, and it went in. That was kind of a soft goal for Kemper to give up. But it's a goal nonetheless. Andre Palat, his 11th goal of the playoffs, third of the finals. And the Lightning have the lead here with just a little over 6 minutes to go in this one. And now it's gotten very quiet in the Ball Arena, as now the Avs have to get the next goal. Because at this point, you got to probably have to force overtime, as here come the Avs again. Bowen Byram tries to make a backhand pass, gets broken up. Leads it for Nick Paul. Paul almost gets a step, and he gets knocked down by Bowen Byram. Doesn't look to be any penalty. The refs are really not going to call anything right now. They don't want to take any chances on making a bad call. Shane says he's cheering for the Avs because he likes Alex Newhook. Nice. Nice. Florida is the lightning strike capital of the world. That's why they're called the Lightning. A bunch of people I could see are not happy. It's kind of interesting how we got very few that are happy that a goal was scored, and then mostly they're like upset. I could drink my Coca-Cola in happiness and not sadness. Well, he's still got 5+ minutes to go in this one, so it ain't over yet. Minnesota dropped Kemper because he has lapses. Well, he actually came from Arizona, not Minnesota. This one comes back, and Hedman will play it behind his own net. Hedman makes a long feed, gets it to Kucherov, who then drops it off to Edward Bellemare. With exactly 5 minutes to go in this one, Lightning just regained the lead on a goal from Andre Palat. He was wide open in the slot. Just a bad defensive job there from Colorado, and Palat made them pay. So Palat looking once again to play hero for Tampa Bay in a big-time game, as here comes Cale Makar. He looks to be skating fine now. Makar tried to get it over to Landeskog, but a good stick check there good deflection by Steven Stamkos. Hedman tries to get over there first, chips it, and he gets it out, and oh my, a big-time hit with the elbow from Cale Makar on Palat there. Gets the crowd going a little bit. Avalanche trying to continue pressure in the offensive zone. 4:15 to go in the third. The question is, when does Darcy Kemper get pulled? Leaves it over to Devon Toews. Toews with the puck now, over to Landeskog. Landeskog with a wrist shot through traffic, gets blocked. Turnaround try by McKinnon gets blocked as well. Toews keeps it in for Colorado. Over, Toews takes a shot. That one gets blocked. 4 minutes to go in this one. Lightning right now with the 3-2 lead. Bowen Byron with the puck. He backhands it in front. That one pops up in the air, but it's gloved down for a moment by Vasilevsky. Avalanche putting on some good pressure. It's like a power play. It's McKinnon with a drive. That one is blocked in front. Landeskog behind the net, but Palat intercepts it and clears it, and it's going to go all the way down for an icing here with 3:36 to go in this one. So the Lightning right now looking to try to hold on to this lead, and we'll see again, when does Jared Bednar pull Darcy Kemper for the extra skater? Bednar right now looking at his team. Right now, Hedman, Palat, Kucherov, Chernak, and Nick Paul are on the ice as there was an icing against them. Face off to the right of Andrei Vasilevsky in the Tampa zone with 3:36 to go in the third. Lightning still up 3-2. That one slowly goes to Vasilevsky off the face-off, and he'll just cover it again with 3:33 now to go in this period. And if you're the Lightning fans, you are hanging on by every moment right now because you are nervous as hell. As we look at the replay again of the Darcy Kemper goal, he had a stick on the ice, but he actually got his pad stuck. He got his stick stuck with his pad, and that actually ended up costing him because it ended up going in the back of the net. Avionics says, empty netter, thoughts, Neil? I could see it. I could see the Avs pulling their netminder in the next minute, maybe minute and a half, depending on the situation. But I could see Tampa Bay getting an empty netter and putting this one away. I could also see them holding on to a 3-2 lead. So I guess we'll see. But we'll step aside for another quick moment to get another quick word from our sponsors. So Andrei Palat, just about 3 minutes ago, gave the Lightning the lead again, and right now they are holding on to a 3-2 lead with 3:33 to go in the third. If the Lightning hold on, we have a Game 6 back in Tampa on Sunday. If the Avs can get the next goal, force overtime, and then win it, Stanley Cup will be awarded to the Avs. I said 4-3 and no OT. So, good. It's possible. It's possible. You could be right. Sales be damned, Tampa. We watched your coach throw the stripper's code for man's got money. Okay? Biggest rivalry in hockey is Boston versus Montreal. I live halfway between cities and Canadian roots, but I am black and gold till the dead and cold. Nice. The Avs goaltender will cost them dear. I said it. Some decent saves when in a close game. He's a weak link. In some ways I can agree with that because the goals he's given up tonight, except the Kucherov goal, kind of soft, really. Kind of soft. And that's concerning for him, not just now, but when he reaches free agency. It's like our team's going to feel confident. Back to the action here as the Lightning win the faceoff in their own zone, and Nick Paul just dumps it in. Now he'll go back to play it. As now Bowen Byram gives it over to Darren Helm. Got a feeling Darren Helm's going to do something. Don't know what it is, but Darren Helm in these playoffs has come up big several times. So I feel like he's going to be the one that does something. Kemper is yet to be pulled. So puck is now back into the Avalanche zone. So we got exactly 3 minutes to go in this one with the Lightning still up by 1. Long feed there, tries to get it to Darren Helm. He gets the puck. Darren Helm now in the right corner. Dumps it over back into the left side. Sergachev one-hands it, tries to get it out. He cannot. But luckily his teammates are able to get there and dump it out to center ice. Kemper is yet to be pulled. Here comes McKinnon. McKinnon takes a high-rising shot that's stopped, but the ref blew the whistle for offside. So an offside's against the Avs with 2:38 to go in this one. Yeah, and they watched this and said the refs sucked deep for money. So a too many men on the ice penalty has just been called, and I believe it's against the Avalanche. So that is the worst time to take a penalty. We'll see here. 1, 2. Oh my goodness, they had 6 on the ice. So they actually, this time, guys, they actually called the too many men on the ice penalty against the Avalanche. And this comes with just 2:33 to go in this one. So that is a bad penalty to take right now, as now the Avs have to score shorthanded, because unless the Avalanche score on it, likely score on it, this power play will last until about 38. Now it says 42-43. With 43 seconds, this power play will last and will end with just 43 seconds to go in this one, as they're showing a lady sitting behind the Avalanche bench just going like this, like she can't believe that was called. And I can see that you guys are not happy right now. And obviously, unfortunately for the Avs, they have to pull Kemper at some point to just get 5 on 5. Lightning power play now 1 for 3 tonight, 4 shots. They're 2 for 17 in the Stanley Cup Final. Face-off won by Tampa Bay, and they'll set it up. Kucherov takes a shot, but he whiffs at it. Palat retrieves it, gets it over to Kucherov. Kucherov now to Hedman. Kucherov fakes the slap shot. Kucherov waits, feeds it in front, trying to get a deflection from Corey Perry. Can't. Stamkos regains it. Now Hedman with a drive. That one is stopped. Comes out in front on a rebound, but couldn't pick it up. And now comes back out to center ice, and Hedman backhands it. And somebody on the Lightning fell down. It was Corey Perry, but everything's okay. Kucherov gets it into the offensive zone. Kucherov gets it top of the blue line to Hedman. Now over to Corey Perry with 2 minutes to go. Perry now to Hedman. Hedman now takes a shot that deflects up and out of play. 1:57 to go in the third. 1:15 to go on the Lightning power play. Tampa up 3-2. So if you're Tampa, you obviously want to get pucks to the net, try to get a power play goal without the goaltender being pulled. But you also know you have a chance to kill off a lot of the time left in this game. A lot of time. Only be about 32 seconds, I believe, left in this game when this power play ends. Unless, obviously, the Lightning score on it, which they could. I believe a timeout might have been called. I believe a timeout was called. Not sure who was on. Jacob says, please no more goals. Then my prediction was right. Was your prediction? What was your prediction, Jacob? Your prediction was 3-2 Bolts. All right, yeah. You're about a minute plus away from being right. Good on you, Jacob. Too many men on the Avs. Yep. Avionics says, what I missed? Well, right now, the Lightning are on a power play for 1:15, up 3-2 with 1:57 to go in the third. Chris says, hey, Neil, can you let Isha do Game 6 on Sunday? If the man wants to do it, he's more than welcome to do so. I will let him know. Bone Cold says, I wouldn't even try scoring. Just try to take as much time off as you can. I think you want to try, Bone Cold, to do a little bit of both. You want to be aggressive. You want to try to see if you could get a goal without Kemper being pulled. But again, you also have the luxury of killing off a lot of time, because the Avs can't just dump it into the zone and then pull Kemper. They have to get the puck in the offensive zone and then pull Kemper just to get it 5 on 5. So face-off after the timeout is won by the Lightning, but then Kemper takes away, backhands it over to Devon Tays. Palat gets in front and intercepts it, leaves it now to Hedman. Hedman now, and then gives it to Stamkos with a drive, and that one is saved by Kemper. Kucherov regains it, gets it to Nick Paul behind the net. Paul now to Stamkos. Stamkos has the puck go under his legs. Nick Paul goes down, no penalty. Stamkos regains it for Tampa. Stamkos now to Hedman. Hedman holds. 45 seconds to go in the power play. Stamkos with the puck. Stamkos now to Hedman with a drive from the point, goes wide, and then a sharp angle try by Kucherov is stopped by the left leg pad of Kemper and goes out of play. 38 seconds to go on the power play for Tampa. 1:20 to go in this one. Still 3-2 Tampa. Shannon says chokers versus two-time champs, ? Archduke says Neil is holding on to the mic like he is about to sing. I don't know if the fat lady is going to be singing tonight. That's for sure. Jacob says, let's go, boys. Jean says, yep, and Tampa got home and have the Revs blowing them on the bench in front of us. Jean is not happy, if you can tell. If you could tell. Kevin Brown says, turn out the lights. The party's over. Face-off won by Colorado. They need to get it out of the zone. Eric Johnson backhands it all the way down, back into the Tampa zone. Vasilevsky almost turned that puck over. That was a dangerous play. And now here come the Lightning again. Stamkos comes into the zone. Again, Kemper cannot be pulled. 1 minute to go in this one. 17 seconds to go on the power play. Hedman over to Sergachev. Now to Stamkos. Now to Kucherov on the right side. Kucherov. Now to Sergachev. Back to Kucherov again. Kucherov. Now to Sergachev. Now to Hedman on the left side. 3 seconds to go on the power play. Hedman with a sharp angle try, and that one gets stopped. Power play is over. 40 seconds to go in this one. Tampa still up 3-2. One last chance here for Colorado. Newhook backhands it in. Empty net now for the Avs. Kemper's been pulled. Sergachev over to Killorn. Can't get it out. Sergachev gets it. He can't get it out. Colorado keeps it in. Mikko Rantanen has the puck. Backhands it in front, and that one gets blocked. 18 seconds to go. Gets it up top of the point. Cale Makar with the puck. Makar over to Landeskog. Landeskog now to Rantanen. Feeds it in front. Couldn't get it off. 8 seconds to go in this one. Landeskog tries to get it to Makar. Makar throws it in front. That one is stopped by Vasilevsky. And then a whistle is blown. With 5.4 to go in this one. What is the whistle for? Because Vasilevsky didn't make it. Is there a penalty? I'm confused here. Or it might be an icing. I think an I think an offsides might have been called. Let's see it again. Oh, it was. When Makar took that shot, he was ruled offsides. So that's an offsides here against the Avalanche. Faceoff will be just outside the Lightning zone with 6.5 to go in the third. Here we go, guys. Probably the last faceoff of this one. Can the Avalanche miraculously get a goal in the waning seconds? Here we go. Face-off won by Colorado. They have a chance. Rantanen gets the puck, and he's called offsides. He overstepped the puck with 3.1 to go. That killed some momentum right there because Rantanen had some opening to take a decent shot. Colorado fans putting their hands in their face, putting their face in their hands, Not sure what's going on. They're not happy right now. John Cooper yelling at his team, instructing them what they have to do to hold on to this one. Can you imagine if Tampa had won Game 4? You imagine? And then we're in this situation? Would have been a little scary. Here we go. One last face-off in front of the Tampa bench. Face-off won by Colorado, but the clock is going to expire, and that'll do it. The two-time defending Cup champions are not done yet as they force a Game 6 back in Tampa as they win Game 5 here in Colorado by the score of 3-2. So the Stanley Cup will not be awarded tonight, and it'll take at least one more game to decide this champion. So, wow. The Lightning came in, and they got themselves the road win. So the road team has won each of the last two. And now the Lightning will have a chance to go home to try to even up the series at 3 and force a Game 7 back here on Tuesday night. And while I have a chance, because I'm looking here, because I didn't do it the last game, which was sad, I want to give a special shout out to my man Jacob for getting his score prediction absolutely 100% correct, as he predicted that the Lightning would win tonight by the final score of 3-2. So shout out to Jacob for being right. He said, I was right. I called the score. You were right indeed. Lawrence says, Pilato is amazing. I'm glad the Bolts won, but don't underestimate the Avs' ability to bounce back. That is true. That is true. And we'll see what happens. But Andre Palat is the hero, as he's been several times. 12 career playoff game-winning goals now, most in franchise history. So we will have at least one more game, as again, Game 6 will be on Sunday night in Amalie Arena in Tampa Bay, Florida, where the Lightning will look to try to see if they can win another one and force a Game 7 back in Colorado. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for me tonight for tonight's live watch long. Thank you guys, as always, for hanging out with me tonight. This was absolutely fun. Love interacting with you guys. Love doing these all the time. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream, subscribe, and punch notification bell so you don't miss any new live watch longs that we do right here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel. Follow us on all social media platforms at HockeyPodNet or Hockey Podcast Network. Follow my personal Twitter at THENVPSHOW and my personal Instagram at NVPQB11. And lastly, don't forget to check out my podcast, The Devil's State of Mind Podcast, which covers the New Jersey Devils. New episodes every Monday and Thursday. Wherever you listen to podcasts, just search Devil's State of Mind. You can follow our podcast on Twitter at Devil's State, Instagram at Devil's State of Mind, and like us on Facebook. Archduke says, good night, Neil. Thank you. Thank you, Archduke. And thank you as well, Jacqueline, for hanging out with us. And thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. Once again, the final score from tonight's game. The Tampa Bay Lightning on the road with their backs to the wall, facing elimination, win game 5 by the final score of 3-2. And we will have a game 6. Thank you all so much to everybody hanging out with us tonight. And we will see you in the next live watch along. Everyone continue to be the awesome people that you are. And as I always say at the end of every live watch along, you make sure to rock on.